evening, ladies and gentlemen. You know, when I put my hands on my glasses, you know what I'm fixing to do. You know what time it is. It's time for the eye test. I'm gonna fire this band. I know I'm gonna fire them. I'm gonna fire them before the end of the night. They're supposed to keep playing while I'm talking, but that's what happens when you hire relatives. But anyway, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are here once again Wednesday night, 10 o'clock. And it is time for us to talk sports, among other things. Let's get started. Waiting on my other people, co-hosts, people who decide to join in, and that can be you. I have put the stream in the chat, made it where you can find it, and make sure. Well, that's the only comment that's in the chat right now, so you ought to be able to find it because it's by itself. But we welcome you guys to either be with us in the chat. We welcome you guys if you decide to jump on and argue with us, talk to us, consult with us, straighten us out. Do what you want to do. Just come on in here. We appreciate everyone listening. We appreciate everyone being here. And we do have some topics tonight. Got a few topics tonight that we're going to deal with the Atlanta Falcons. That's going to deal with the Olympics. That's going to deal with, let's see what we got here. Yeah, well, it's going to be a mixture of a whole bunch of stuff here. And we welcome you guys to come in and participate, have a good time, and just be here with us. I see Winston is here already. Cool CC. Good to see you. Glad you could pop in with us Wednesday night tonight. Man, and like we were discussing last week, and I've said it before, man, when you retire and don't have to go to work, after Tuesday, the week just falls to Saturday. I mean, just falls to Saturday. I mean, it's just ridiculous how quickly the week goes by and just runs away from you. And I'd like to welcome in my partner, my co-host, Mr. Winston Thornton. How you doing, sir?
What's happening?
Oh, man. I thought that I was going to be okay after I got my air conditioning done.
Yeah.
No such luck. Hot water heater went out.
God.
Boy.
What cooling gas say? These are the brakes.
Man, look. If I was in a heavyweight fight, I got two black eyes right now. Or like you said, I done got skint up. I done got skint up. Yeah, buddy. But I had to do it. Had to do it. Cause shoot, man, I got to have that hot water. And man, it got to the point it was leaking. It was leaking out the top. And the crazy part about it, yeah, leaking out the top. Man, crazy part about it, for the past couple of days, I usually go out of the house through the garage. I went in the garage, and the garage was hotter than it was outside. And I said, "What in the world? What's going on?"
Yeah,
so
the heat is just baking.
But what it was hot water coming out of the water heater that was heating up the garage. And I said, wait a minute, I'm smelling I started smelling a little musty, that watery odor you smell sometimes. I started smelling that. So I went around the car. And I looked on the ground, man, bloop, 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 bloop. I mean, dripping all off the top. Man, but fortunately, I got a neighbor that knows everybody. I mean, he knows everybody. And I called some people last night because I thought I was gonna have to get it fixed last night. I said, no, I'm gonna hold out. So I called my neighbor. Hey man, you know anybody? Got a man for it. And hey man, under 7.
For real. It's not bad.
Under 7 installed.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah. I just went down there to Home Depot, picked it up. Buddy put it on the back of his truck. Got started around about 7:30, 9:30. We washing dishes.
Good to go.
Good to
Back
go.
in the game.
So that's 2 things I don't have to worry about for the duration of my time on the planet. I don't believe so.
Man, hey, look, you got plenty more time. You're gonna have to change another roof. You're gonna have to do the AC and the water heater again before you ready to go.
My son will be doing it. That's I ain't fumbling with it. But yeah, we don't hear got that done, boss. We ain't got that done, so I don't have to worry about it there for a minute. So, I see old Mark Cheney's in. What's going on, Mark? And like I say, old Cool C, how you doing?
What's happening, Mark? Hey, everybody that don't know, Mark Cheney has a channel. Mark Cheney. Hey, Mark, drop your channel in. He had a good discussion earlier. I was trying to listen in. I was at work, so I couldn't hear it. I couldn't listen to all of it. But him and what's dude from Locked On Falcon? They had a pretty good show earlier today. So anybody, if you got a chance, sit there and look at it. It's on Locked On Falcon. It's on Mark channel too.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta tune in. Give them the same love y'all give us. Like, subscribe, run the comments all the way up to the top. And he's putting out content multiple times a day.
Yeah, he had a great episode not that long ago.
Yeah, Mark doing this thing, man. Mark doing this thing.
He know which episode I'm talking about, though.
Yeah. We know which one you're talking about. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, that is El Jefe, Administrator Extraordinaire, one of the triumvirate. Well, one of the triumvirate of the ITS channel, YouTube as well as Facebook. What's going on, boss?
How y'all fellas doing today?
Okay.
I bees, a little skin up, but I'm all right.
Hey,
I'm all right.
I literally just got in the house. Like, I got in the house at like 9:55.
Ooh.
I just got in the house. I just took out my work and threw the roll on.
What's temperature up there, Winston?
Right now, about 78.
Oh, y'all done cooled off a little bit.
Yeah, we can get, cause we had that heat dome.
Right.
That finally took it and broke, and when it broke, we just getting rain bad to bad. So.
Yeah, we getting popcorn thunderstorms and rain showers down here.
Yeah.
So
it'd be scorching hot, and then it rain, and then the rain dissipate, and then the sun come back out, and then be boiling hot, and then it cool off a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a whole process.
Well, now tonight, I decided to dip a little bit into the Olympics because the Olympics are going to start tomorrow, and I decided to dip into that a little bit because Gilbert Arenas, he talked about the Sudanese basketball team bad. And the thing about this is, and we are going to talk about Falcons training camp, things of that sort or whatever, but I just wanted to hit on this right quick because of the fact that the Olympics are going to start. And the sport that we have dominated, I mean embarrassed people in, the sport that we have just run all roughshod over people in, We had two close games, one against Sudan and one against Germany. Now, is the world that good, or are we slipping? Or is it both?
Q, you want to go first, or you want me to take?
Oh, hey, Winston, you weren't looking. He already went. he just.
Yeah, I think it's both. I think because this is a discussion that has been kind of being had, and I was just like, there was talent back then, like Drazen Petrovic. I mean, to me, arguably the greatest international player ever was Hakeem Olajuwon. You got the Kimbe, like you had international players back then. And Detlef Schrempf, I mean, he came in with the mid '80s, and then I looked at arguably the greatest draft. People argue is either '96 or either with 2003. And in that '96 draft, you know who got picked just ahead of Kobe? Pager. Like,
Stojakovic.
Yeah, so even back then, like there was the NBA had their eye on NBA foreign talent. It's just that I think there wasn't such a need to go out east because you were getting loaded drafts like '96, where you got Iverson, Ray Allen, like it was you had all this talent that was ready made. And then I asked somebody, I was like, when the last time we seen a draft like that? Like, how many times have we looked at college basketball and we saw kids that were like they could contribute year one, like Chris Webber when he came out with Shaq, you knew Anthony Hardaway. You was like, yeah, they're going to be contributing right away. Like I looked at the last couple of drafts and it's like everybody are long-term projects. Back in the day, there used to be high school, like when you were drafting, it was a high school kid that you're like, okay, those are long-term projects. But even our number one pick, like we're not expecting him to be an all-star this year. He's one of those projects later on down the line. Even Wemby was thought of like, all right, we're not expecting him to be 20 and 20 this year, but down the line we're expecting it. So I think it's a little bit of both. I think teams, are looking towards the West because they're still somewhat the rest of the world. I think they prepare for basketball how we used to prepare for basketball.
Exactly.
And I think so. When it comes to high school, the AAU circuit, there's less emphasis on skill development. And I asked someone, I was like, when the last time you seen a high school kid go to like a skill, like a big man camp, like an actual skills camp? So I think now it's just kind of more the Ja Morant, Zion, what if you're athletic, can athletically put up baskets, then they're just going on. It's less emphasis on like literal skill development. Whereas you got somebody like Luka and Jokic, they're not the most athletic, but they're very skilled. So because they're very skilled, they're able to dominate in a league in which there's the domestic talent is just the emphasis on skill development just isn't high. And then it's just the way American basketball has shifted because I remember like you had power forwards like Kevin Garnett, Brian Grant, Rasheed Wallace. They could hit anywhere from 3 mid-range baseline. Like they could hit that shot. Like you're talking about big men. Now it's either you can shoot the 3 or there's nothing else. Like it's whereas Jokic can hit from all 3 levels. He can shoot back to the basket. He can shoot. It's just a different emphasis in terms of skill development, I think. Because Jokic, is he special? Yes, but is he doing anything that big men in the 90s wasn't able to do? I don't think so. I saw a lot of power forwards that could like Rasheed Wallace, who back to the basket, don't matter where he's at on the court, he could get his shot off, and that shot was dropped.
The only thing that I would push back against that is Jokic being able to initiate the offense and control offense with his ability to assist. Outside of that, Jokic is literally doing the exact same thing that big men were doing back in the 90s.
I'll say this. And I feel bad because I'm going to say a name that's a Hall of Fame name, but I'm trying to think of who else can come out. I mean, because I've seen Barkley lead a break. I'm trying to think if I can name someone that's not a Hall of Famer, because that's not a good example. If the only person I can name is a Hall of Fame power forward.
To compare.
Well, okay, well, what are you
your
trying
example
to describe?
saying that Jokic can initiate an offense? I'm trying to think. Additional power forwards or big men back in the day that could do that. I mean, I've seen Vlade handle the rock, right?
Yeah,
but it's not consistent though.
A big man that's going to sit there and pretty much average 10 assists. Like that's the only outlier. And like, I put it to you like this: like if Jokic played in the 90s, Jokic wouldn't be Jokic.
I agree. The spacing is different.
Well, like, I put it to you like this: Jokic wouldn't be Joker. He would just be
Jokic. The spacing is more of a half court game. So it was like he wouldn't have the spacing because you had at least Patrick Ewing and you had Anthony Mason, or you had big men in the paint and they weren't spread out.
Oakley. Yeah. I mean,
you had too much size in the paint during the 90s.
What a lot of people don't.
It wasn't it was a lot of half court basketball, whereas
it was iso ball. It was completely iso ball. So like back in the 90s, and Jordan went to Stern and got the rules change. But back then, if you wasn't within an arm reach of whoever you was guarding, that's where this generation has it misconstrued about basketball, because they sitting there thinking like, well, a shooting guard should be able to beat the shooting guard in front of them, this, that, and third, or the other. The game is entirely different. He's a bum because he's only averaging 14 points. He's not a bum. The game is just different. If we were playing in the 90s, if you're not within an arm reach of the person that you're defending, actual position on position, there wasn't zone and all that stuff. If you wasn't within an arm reach, then that's illegal defense. That's a technical.
Well, keep in mind, they didn't get rid of hand check until, I'm looking it up, what was it, 04, 05?
Yeah.
So literally somebody like Pippen, who got like a 7-foot wingspan, could just sit there and put his hand on you. Like this.
Oh yeah, well yeah, they could steep, but something else too. Now they got rid of they allowed zone defenses a little earlier than they got rid of hand check.
True.
Because it was two different things. Because you couldn't you could hand check, and if you weren't careful, your defender would steer you all over the court. He would, he'd had a joystick on you. Plus the fact now, and I'm going to go back to the 80s. Now, the Hawks had, I remember 85, 86, the Hawks had the best power forwards in the league. When you had
you count Kevin Willis?
Yeah. Okay. Kevin Willis, Antoine Carr, who else? Livingston, and it was somebody else.
Hold on. No, Tyrone Corbin was like 90s, wasn't it? Yeah, that's later on.
Yeah,
that was like
might be late 80s, 90. Cause I don't think Tyrone Corbin, cause I think he was here 2 times.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm not quite sure. I'm gonna look it up right quick.
What's going on, Taddy? Everybody that's on here. If you're not already subscribe to Atlanta Bird Gang, YouTube, Facebook page, all that. Show them the same love. Run up the comments, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Taddy said Tree Rollins.
He was a center. Well,
supposed
to be a center.
Yeah, Tree Rollins was the center. Now Tyrone Corbin, man, he was there for a long time. He came in 85 and didn't leave until 2001.
I remember him playing with Smitty and Mookie. That's why I thought it was the 90s. Yeah, he never left.
he was here for 94, 95, went to Toronto, Sacramento, Miami, came back from 96 until 99. Then went to Sacramento and ended up in Toronto. Okay. But one big man, and I always, if you hear me on the We Talk Hawks, and shout out to Demond Antonito Thomas, I mentioned Kevin McHale. I call Herman Munster.
Yeah.
You ever seen Kevin McHale play?
Yeah, I remember. The part I remember is towards the end of his career. I don't remember a young Kevin McHale.
Right. Well,
one thing sure, two things certain. It didn't really vary too much.
Oh,
yeah. See, I mean, Kevin McHale, man,
he was what he was.
That joker looked just like Herman Munster. He did, and he had one of the silkiest shots, pivot moves. Him and Akeem Olajuwon, oh man, the pivot moves were just unreal.
And the league doesn't have that no more.
Yeah, no. I holler about it all the time because, see, that's what I'm thinking. That's what a big man is supposed to do, in my opinion, because that's the way we were taught growing up. Big man, you dominate the paint, be down there, get rebounds, whatever. And who else was it? Now, there was a foreigner. And you guys are going to have to look him up on YouTube if you don't know anything about him. And that was Sabonis' daddy, Arvydas Sabonis.
Arvydas.
Yeah, he didn't get to come over.
He was cold.
He was 30.
He was cold.
Yeah, he came over late, though.
Yeah.
He was drafting like 80 or 85. When the Hawks here to like the 90s. The Hawks had drafted him, and he didn't come. The Hawks had drafted him, but he didn't come. I'm trying to think of what it was that why it was that he didn't come. Then the very next year, Portland drafted him, and then he didn't come for like 10 years.
Right.
So he was 30 by the time he got here.
Yeah, man, that doggone Arvydas Sabonis, man. I mean, and the thing about it,
Sabonis is Joker before Joker.
Yeah, man. Arvydas Sabonis, even hobbled by knee injuries. When he got here, man, this joker was smooth as creamy Jif peanut butter.
I mean, and we missed the prime of his career though, because he didn't. True. It was a 10-year delay, and that's what's crazy about it. We missed the prime of his career.
Yeah. And
you're still cooking.
Yeah,
in the latest of his athletic life.
Yeah. But thing is about that, and it's something that happens to older athletes. You get done what you were doing young easier than what you were doing when you were young. Because, see, man, I mean, this man was, oh, man. I look at some of his tapes, and I remember when I'm trying to think, did they go to a final?
There's a Sabonis tape.
It might have been the Western
Conference. YouTube still had some of his games.
I don't know if he made it to the final.
YouTube had some of his games.
Was he on the team that No, that might have been too early. I'm trying to think. Was he on the team when they met in the finals against Jordan?
No, I don't. I'll have to look. Oh, and while I'm looking, we got folk peeping in here. We got people peeping.
Mr. Bird game.
Tidy Jones from the mothership is in here. Tidy.
Hey, good evening, fellas. How y'all doing?
Hold it on. We just want to get a picture, man. The old picture of you.
Hey, man, that man cold, man. He cold.
Yeah, with the he got with the Spock eyebrow, got the raised eyebrow.
What's that about?
Chilling out, man. How y'all doing?
Man, you got a cigar tonight. What's that in there?
Of course.
Oh, all right. I was about to say he having a bad day if he ain't got a cigar.
But yeah, and on the man, I'm telling you. Well, let me. Arvydas Sabonis.
He didn't get here till the 95-96 season.
Okay. I'll look it up for you.
Which would have been the second three-peat, which I don't think he was on that finals team then, because I think the Bulls played Portland on the first three-peat.
Yeah, I'm sitting up here. And this man in the Hall of Fame too, Jack.
What?
Oh my goodness. 95, 96. Oh, those jokes, they won 70. No. He started 73 games. Yeah, because he man. Yeah, he started 73 games. But like I said, or like you said, Keely, he was a shell of himself, when he finally got here, because he was in the Olympics, and man, he used to give United States trouble. And in talking about that, that Sudanese team, Luol Deng, and you guys remember Luol Deng, the one that all of the craziness surrounded during the Atlanta Spirit group. That was the one they were trying to get, and they put out all of this stuff about his work ethic, this, that, and the other, and basically badmouth the man, and the man had to take a fall for a message, for a report that he read that was being circulated all around everywhere, not something that he made up. But he was instrumental in putting that Sudanese team together. And what is happening, and you two alluded to it, is the fact that basketball has become so universal that the gap is going to continue to narrow. It's going to continue to narrow because of, like you said, Keita, like you said too, Winston. Look, we are doing more playing than practicing. That's really what's going on. Especially in the AAU circuit. Everybody wants to doggone play, but you have to practice. You have to practice to hone your skills, to be taught certain things.
Another observation I made by the Sudan game, because someone listed there were 5 NBA players on that team, and I looked the whole roster up and I looked it up. There weren't 5 NBA players. There were some that made training camps. There were some that had made summer league team, and there might have been like 3. I think there's one that's on an actual NBA contract, but then there are some that basically their career has been like 10-day contracts and 2-day deals. Mm-hmm. So for the bulk of that team are guys who play overseas or who are in the G League. What that said was, to me, my observation, that gap between the G League and international talent, as far as like those who can't make the NBA and then have to go play overseas, that gap is not that wide. I've never seen an NBA where, you know, those who consider G League talent was so close to what we consider the best of the NBA talent. That to me says a lot. Because like if you to take the best of the G League and have them run against a dream team, I wouldn't imagine a 1 point game at the end. You get what I'm saying? So, like, if this 1996 and the G League didn't exist then, I don't believe. But if you take the best talent out of the G League and have them scrimmage against the dream team in 96, I wouldn't imagine a 1 point margin of victory. So to me, that spoke a lot the fact that most of those guys, we're not talking about 5, 10 year NBA veterans. We're talking about a roster full of not even 4 or 5 of them, who the best they could get was a 2-way contract or a 10-day. I think only but one of them actually played or got a NBA contract of over a year. But that to me is crazy because we're talking about this. The Dream Team is supposed to be the best of the best in the NBA.
Now,
the Dream Team is overhyped. I'm gonna be honest. That's just me personally. I think the Dream Team is overhyped.
Now, why you say that? Why you say that, Winston?
Because you look at the rules, and then when you look at the rules, then you look at individual talent. It's ISO ball. Yes, we have the NBA will always have a better collection of talent than any other country. And if we're sitting there, literally sitting there playing ISO ball, I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna beat the man in front of me. There's nothing he can do to stop me. But there's nobody that can come around behind to help him. There's no help defense. It's overrated.
I think what makes it appear overrated, I think, one thing we've always heard growing up is, sometimes you play to the level of your competition. And I think maybe I don't think we got the best effort out of them. I think they probably took the game, took it likely, thought it was gonna be a layup game. And I think that's probably the most likely thing that happened. Whereas the controversial game against the Team Select team in 92 where it was orchestrated so that they could prevent them from taking it likely and all that. So therefore you got a different outcome because they were like Chuck Daly had basically rigged the game to make sure, hey, y'all almost lost to some college kids. Well, they did lose to some college kids.
They lost them.
And then they came back and then blew them out.
He set a fire on these dads.
That's my point. And I think that may be I don't want to think that the talent gap is that narrow, and it might be, but I think it's probably they just took them boys likely and assumed because we're the Dream Team, it's gonna be a layup. I don't know.
I mean, all right. If you look at the U.S. team this year,
no, I get what you're saying. I agree. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like in comparison to the Dream Team, look at where the accolades at. There's not too many accolades on this team. You got LeBron, his career, Steph Curry, his career, Anthony Davis, his career,
KD,
his career. And then after that, what do you really have? You got Bam with a couple defensive all first teams or whatever, or second team, defensive team. Halliburton had no accolades. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't really Drew Holiday, defensive team, and he done won 2 chips. But he wasn't the main catalyst to it, but he played a good part. Okay. All right, let's push that aside. Who else really have accolades? Who else have really proven themselves in this league? They all it's like the flavor of the month right now. And then you go back to the Dream Team, and you got Jordan, Bird, Magic, everybody else under the sun.
Bird, I can't count because Bird was done. But yeah,
he was done. His back was messed up, but at the same time, like he was there though. You know what I'm saying? He gave you buckets when he was in the game. So I think that whole Dream Team is in the Hall of Fame. I think the whole Dream Team is in the Hall of
Fame. I know for sure one of them not.
Who?
What's the kid from Duke? That Christian Laettner.
Christian Laettner. Yeah, well, all right. He was a college kid when he was on the Dream Team, but so I get it. I'm gonna exclude him.
I get what you're saying. I'm trying to think. Is Chris Mullin?
Like, the rest of their team, I think the rest of their team is all in the Hall of Fame.
I'm trying to think. Is Chris Mullin in?
Tidy.
He might be in the international.
Tidy, what you think about this?
What topic? Is there a gap between the current American players and the foreign players, or do I think the team is overrated?
Hey, expound on all of that. Cause see, yeah, we opened a bag and there was another bag inside of it, another bag inside of that. So just deal with the big bag or whichever one of the bags is inside the bag.
This is like the Russian dolls, man.
Yeah,
it's one side of another.
And before you go, Tidy, Red in here, Red.
What's up?
What's going on, Red?
How you doing?
I'm told Red about playing Incognito Mosquito, man. I didn't know who was there in the corner.
Winston, he worked overtime Sunday. He probably tired on Wednesday.
he must
he
be
probably tired.
He must be too tired to hit the camera button.
Yeah. He can't hit it. hey, Tidy, go ahead.
Yeah, stop interrupting Tidy.
I think
yes, sir.
I think since '92, man. I think a lot of these foreign basketball players, once they saw what happened with the '92 Olympics, man, they just lit a fire in a lot of them, and they kind of look at it like whenever they play the Olympic team, no matter what year or variation it is for common day NFL terms, it's like playing the Chiefs, Kansas City Chiefs. You're gonna give them your very best shot, no matter if they, being lackadaisical, if they got a down game. So I think we get everybody best shot, and I really think going back to the '92 team, man, they sparked a fuel in a lot of parents and a lot of kids' brain. Like, I want to make it to the NBA one day. So I just think we've seen the progression of foreign basketball from '92 to present day. And I think even in the NBA, I'm saying American basketball, but NBA, you're seeing a sort of iteration of foreign basketball. So I think it's a little bit of both, kind of like Keeler said when he spoke about it. And as far as overrated, which team are we saying overrated? The current team or the '92 team?
Dream Team.
The original
now,
one?
yeah. Now Winston was saying that the '92 team was overrated.
Yeah.
And this is.
Go
ahead, Winston. Go
ahead.
Oh, now I was going to give a little context to this situation to the '92 team because see what happened.
I'm curious though. So Winston, you're saying that you think this iteration of the Olympic team could beat the '92 team?
if we playing current rules, yes. If we were playing back then rules, no. Well, hold on.
No. No.
No, hold
No.
on. No, yeah, we could beat them back then. We could beat them back then. Cause you gotta think about it. Back in the 90s, illegal defense was being outside of a hand reach from who you're defending. It's ISO ball. So let me put it to you like this. If I got Steph, I put Anthony Edwards at the shooting guard. I put LeBron at his small forward. I put AD at the 4 and Joel Embiid at the 5.
They're gonna get murdered.
Playing ISO ball.
They're gonna get murdered.
Who on they? How they gonna get hurt?
They're gonna get murked.
Who gonna get hurt? Who gonna get murked?
It's just too much. The 92 team has too much size. You got 2 Hall of Fame power forward. You got the Bam Adebayo and AD is gonna guard Barkley or Malone. Which one? Who's gonna get? Which one of them gonna get dog?
Brown 9 out of 10. Brown will probably get Barkley, and then AD go with Malone.
I'm sorry, he's just not big enough for Barkley or Malone. I mean, I guess I know we want to make Bron a superhero, and that's cute, but bro, like they got too much size. Then you got the Admiral. We're talking about a league MVP. We're talking about the Admiral on that team as well. I would say AD is better than Ewing. I would give him, but what player on that team is better than the Admiral?
All right. So
like he's gonna have fun against that team.
Watch it. So what would the Admiral do with Joel Embiid if Joel Embiid take him out of the paint?
He's shoot over him. I think he can shoot over him.
He will get smoked.
The Admiral is very athletic. I don't think he's not cumbersome. Like he can move.
He's not checking Joel Embiid outside of the paint. Okay. That's not happening.
Well, now the Admiral. Let me see.
Too much size on that team, and then on the perimeter, the size on the perimeter with Scotty.
Now that is
who's getting off on the perimeter with them. And
watch it. Just to change it up. I could go with a lineup with Anthony Edwards, LeBron. I could go LeBron at the point.
Okay, a 6'8" and a guy and a 6'9" point guard against Magic, who's 6'9".
Right. All right. So there's that matchup. So then I can go Ant-Man
which will get erased by Pippen.
Shooting guard.
He'll get erased by Pippen.
All right. That's perfect. Let Pippen erase him. Because then right after that, I'm gonna go with KD at the small forward.
Okay. Jordan
gonna do what with Pippen? I mean with AD.
Jordan. You talking about a guy that's defensive player of the year, Jordan?
Man,
we're gonna act like he won defensive player of the year.
Nothing that Jordan can do with KD. Point blank period. I respect Jordan game as much as the rest, but there's nothing Jordan can do with KD at all. That man's 7 foot and move like a guard. There's nothing that Jordan can do with him. Jordan got a problem with small guards that's quick. So what
but KD is not a small guard that's quick.
Big wing that's quick. And is up there as the most efficient scorer of all time. There's nothing you can do with him.
Well, now, okay. Now, as far as KD is concerned,
I don't know when KD became quick.
And then when they elevate, there's nothing he can do with him.
couldn't he? Okay, now going back to playing the rules that were in place in '88, hand checking. I think he could push KD all over the court.
I doubt it. They about to say, well, matter of fact, KD now is heavier than Jordan. He's not gonna
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, if we were talking about when KD first came in the league, yeah, KD wouldn't have a chance. Jordan is muscling him up. But now, like KD, like 225. Jordan.
Oh, he 225 now?
He's like 225 now.
Man, oh shoot!
Yeah,
I thought Jordan. I thought we wanted to give him a syrup IV or something. Put some weight on him.
Yeah, he's not moving them like that. So now
you said he's how much?
He's like 220, 225.
All right. So they're saying Jordan.
So okay.
220.
No. Okay, well let me ask you this. Let me ask y'all this.
Jordan weighed 220.
That's what Google says.
Hold on. Okay. Well, let me ask you
Jordan playing weight.
Now let me ask you this: 220 at 6'8" versus 220 at 6'10", 11.
Well, he's listed at 200 on the Dream Team roster though.
Jordan.
So I'm looking at the Wikipedia of the Dream Team roster. He's listed at 6'8", 200.
Okay. All right. So on Google, they got Michael Jordan at 216.
Okay. That would definitely be interesting. But I love ice.
All right. On Google, you got Kevin Durant right now at 240.
240.
That what they said.
240 bones.
That's 240.
My good word.
That's how many bones he got.
Look. Google Kevin Durant weight. They got him at 240.
240.
240. They got Giannis at 243.
Whoa, wait a minute.
I'm
wait a minute. So now KD bigger than Giannis.
No. They got him at 240. They got Giannis at 243. But if you look at KD body and the way he done sat there and put on weight throughout his career, it makes sense. It makes sense.
I'd have to weigh him up.
Hey John. I think his naps weigh about 20 pounds.
I'd have to weigh him, Winston. Because the thing is, he now you might be right, but he looks just as slight as he did when he first came.
Oh no, sir. He definitely. I think when KD first came in the league, he looked like a smaller Chet Holmgren. That's how small he was when he first came. KD came in the league at 7 foot and like 185 pounds. I was bigger than KD. And that ain't
because see now, okay, when he hurt his ruptured his Achilles.
When he hurt his feelings? Oh, carry on.
No, what I'm asking. No, his Achilles.
Not his
when
feelings.
He ruptured his Achilles.
Do be getting hurt though. He's an emotional guy.
Yeah,
with multiple burner accounts.
Yeah. Now when he hurt his Achilles, man,
mentally.
I mean, he was skinny.
You need
security. I mean, he was thin as a rail when he hurt his Achilles that first time. And
Bob Myers needed security.
Yeah. But something now. Let me talk about this '92 Olympics team. Now the '92 Dream Team was created, and you guys know why they were called the Dream Team, because the United States has sent all college players to the Olympics back in
'88.
And
Bron.
John Thompson was the head coach. We picked up the bronze medal. 92. Hey, we got to get back into the gold. So they brought Christian Laettner was on the team, but they brought every superstar that the NBA had to go.
Because he made that lucky shot for Duke. That's how he got on the team.
Man, it should have been either Mourning or Shaq.
But
Yeah.
at the same time, like Laettner was killing things down there in college. Like,
Yeah, as hell for the Hawks.
And if you remember, Jordan did the exact same thing. Jordan getting off in college, and he made the Olympic team before he played as a rookie. So they did the same thing with Laettner.
So that's why the 92 team was held in such high regard. You got a nickname, the Dream Team or whatever, or you could have called them the Redeem Team for the fact that they got the gold. Okay, they got the gold back.
Well, we know who led the Redeem Team.
Who was that?
Bron.
Yeah.
No, who said who led the Redeem
Yeah,
Team?
LeBron. Go look at the stats.
I thought
In
Kobe
your
was on that
dreams.
team.
Go look at the
In your
stats.
dreams.
LeBron.
In
I
your
thought it was
dreams.
Kobe.
LeBron.
Wasn't Kobe on that team?
Yeah, Kobe was on
That's
that
why,
was.
Keely, that's why they going at each other.
Kobe
That's
was
the reason
on
why
that
he-
team. Go look at the stat. LeBron led all of them.
I don't have to look at the stat. Go look at the interview. That's all you need to say.
No. Go look at the stat. LeBron led that
Ask-
Redeem team. Stop it, man.
Ask
He
LeBron.
let him in
Ask,
wet. He let him in
ask
wet.
LaQueen who led the Redeem
And
Team.
points, minutes,
I thought
assists.
the Wade led the team in points.
There
That's
you
cool.
go.
All right, so who was number 2? LeBron.
So we taking second place trophies now?
Obviously, if he's sitting saying that Kobe led the team,
I mean, he was the captain. He's listed as the team captain. I'm
Who
looking at
listed
it
him
right
as
now.
the team captain?
hold
Kobe?
on. Matter of
He
fact,
got a seat next to his name. I'm looking at it right now. He's the
Oh.
only one that got a seat next to his name. Kobe Bryant, number 10.
And who put the gold medal on him? Who tied it around his neck? Go back and
it
look at
said
the
Wade
picture.
led the
What-
team.
what-
It said Wade led the team in scoring, Bosh led the team in rebounding, and Chris Paul led the team in assists.
Yeah, and I want you to go look at the picture of what scrub tied the gold medal around Kobe's neck. And that'll be all the quick answers you need right there.
let's stop it. Kobe was
Well,
a
I
bum.
didn't tell him to tie it around his neck.
He was a bum. He was a bum, son.
Man, stop.
Yeah, that's the guy who tied the gold medal around Kobe's neck. That's the bum right there.
No, Kobe was a bum. No, I can't say Kobe was a bum. I can't even do it.
I know
Yeah,
you
you
can't.
can't.
I
know
gotta
you can't.
respect this game. But for
I know.
anybody to sit there and say that Kobe sat there and led them to that's a hold up.
He was
That's
the
a
leader, though.
hold up.
You gotta admit he was the leader of the team.
And man, he can be a captain. That's cool. That's fine and dandy. But did he lead him? What stat did he lead him in?
Clutch.
Because man,
I think one, he was a defensive catalyst on that team.
Yeah.
Stop it. No, because that were prime on LeBron time. Stop it.
All right.
He was not. No, don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do that.
All right.
That was prime LeBron.
Now,
Y'all forget what LeBron was when he was actually in his prime?
Winston, this
Yeah,
is the
like-
first
like
time
you-
you're reaching Ryan Knight levels. Like this you're like, bro,
Hey, Kobe
you're reaching
didn't
Ryan
lead that
Knight levels now.
No, because at the same time, like people sit there and say like the Olympics beforehand. it
We
was
respect
LeBron
Bron.
that they-
We
that they,
respect Bron. We
Huh?
respect Bron. We do respect Bron. We respect LeBron. But come on, we saw it, man. Kobe was like the leader on that team. He was the veteran on the team for one, and they were young. Like Chris Paul, Wade, and all them, they were young.
Kobe
like-
averaged 15 points. LeBron averaged 15.5.
Okay. Whoa,
All right.
that's a huge difference.
Assists. LeBron had 3.8. Kobe had 2.
So was Barkley the
Blocks.
leader of the dream team?
Blocks. LeBron had 2.4. Kobe had 1.1.
Oh Lord.
Defensive
And that-
rebound. LeBron had 4.1. Kobe had 1.6. Offensive rebound. They were tied with 1.1. 2.
So you give me that one.
Come on, man. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Hey, look, I respect Kobe. I love Kobe game, but you can't sit there and say that Kobe sit there and led them to a goal. He didn't do that.
Led him.
He didn't do it.
Yeah,
He
I think
held
LeBron was
he
just
held
too
the Queen's
young. He wasn't
hand
there
and
yet.
said, "Come here, little Queen. I'm gonna show you how to
Stop.
win, boy."
So y'all talking about intangibles, stuff that doesn't get on the stat sheet, stuff that influence playing.
I think if you take a poll on that team and say who was the leader of that team, if you ask Melo, Bosh, and all them, I think they would say it was Kobe. I think they would say that.
Huh? Maybe. But when you look at it and you actually sit there and watch the game, you see who physically led the team. Emotionally leading the team, yeah, Kobe maybe did. Yeah, I'm not taking it away from him. But physically leading the team, come on, man. Like, stop that. We're not even going to do that.
Well, now that I've started World War III,
Wade led the jungle at 16. At 16 points. The second leading scorer at 15.5, that was Ron. Carmelo had averaged 11.5.
now that I've started World War III, we're gonna ask everybody to disarm their missiles and they'll go back to a peaceful posture. Y'all see LeBron. Hey, this LeBron and Kobe and LeBron and Jordan, man. I mean, it just pop up everywhere. I mean, it'll just pop up, bam. You won't even know it's coming.
Yeah, it's a good thing I didn't tell Winston that Kobe the second greatest player ever behind Jordan. That would have really extended this conversation.
Neither one of them the greatest players.
But you did, Keely. But you did.
Look.
You ain't doing like Red. You doing like Red, dude.
If you're great at only 2 things, then therefore you can't be great overall.
Okay.
Who has the better overall game? That's your greatest player.
The guy that's undefeated in the finals is the greatest winner.
All right, so if we're gonna say that, then Havlicek is 8-0 in the finals, so he better than Jordan.
Could be.
I mean, because that would
Here's what I'm saying.
Perfect.
Here's the
Red. You see how I be trying to pull them back, but they keep charging toward the doggone. They keep charging toward the doggone line.
I mean, what?
Here's the application that I'm using that for.
Shot Org is what 7-0 in the final.
All right,
so he better than Jordan.
Here's the application I'm using it for. We got a choice between 2, right? So how are we going to decide between the 2? I'm saying
who's using the better all-around player.
Here's what I'm saying. I'm saying the 6-0 metric is a metric to decide between the 2 options. That's what I'm saying. So if the option is either A or B, all right, so we have to figure out, all right, what has A done and what has B done? The thing that gives player A leg up over player B is that he's a better winner.
I mean, like, all right, who did more with less? Who?
I love this part.
Hold on.
I love this part.
Who did more with less, for one?
Okay. So you think Bron had less, considering everywhere he's actually won, he's had a lot.
No, everywhere he.
So because when you want to break down Kyrie numbers versus Scotty's numbers, Kyrie's numbers
actually a top player that was in their prime was
Kyrie.
Was Kyrie?
No.
Wade was on his back and his knees was bad. Yes, Wade was his knees were bad. Stop it. His knees was terrible.
But you know what? Even if you want to take that, there's more help because he also had Chris Bosh. So, I mean, there's the plethora of
him a spot up shooter. All right. So then
he took an all NBA talent and assembled them on one team.
So how can
it takes all of this to prove that LeBron was better than Kobe? You gotta take all of this.
when Jordan had,
you talking about Wade was on the back nine. He wasn't even at the halfway point of his career. That man was averaging 25.
He was
getting MVP voting. That man was an all-star all the way until 2016.
Until when?
2016.
His last all-star select. No, matter of fact, his last all-star selection was his last year, but that was ceremonial. But 2016 was his last all-star selection. Dwayne Wade. That man. Hold on.
Look at his numbers.
He was average. He averaged 30 in 08-09. He averaged 26, 6, and 9, 10, and then 2010-11, he averaged 25.5. If that's a back 9, 25 again.
What you say?
Almost 26.
That was in 2010. All right, so then what did he do in 2011?
12? He shared the ball and he went to 22. Hold on.
No. I said, what was his numbers? Don't do that. Don't do that. What was his numbers? What was his numbers from 2010 on throughout his career?
John, it takes all this to prove LeBron was better.
Go James.
In the year in which they won the championship, he averaged 22 points per game.
22 points per game.
Mm-hmm.
That's not
which is more than Pippen.
Probably more than Gasol.
Hold on. See, this is where the disconnect is at.
Okay.
Because people sitting there saying, well, he averaged 22, but Pippen averaged like what, 16, 17, somewhere in that neighborhood. Look at the errors. Back then, they wasn't scoring like that. Back in their eras in the 90s, they wasn't scoring like that. So if Pippen played in this era, he probably would average about 20-some points, 20, 22, somewhere in that bracket. So it's even out.
So here's the real beautiful thing. So in the playoffs, when he got that ring in 2011, 2012, during the playoffs, Wade averaged 22.8, which is significantly higher than any year that Pippen averaged. Let's see, 95, 96, Pippen in the playoffs averaged 17 points. Okay.
Like I said, once again.
Let me see what let me see what Kyrie did. Let me see what was
you have to look at the
check out Pau Gasol.
Kevin Love. Let me check out Kevin Love numbers, man.
Check out Pau Gasol too, Keith, for those 2 years with Kobe.
And then what's crazy is when you got one with the Lakers, I think where AD led the team in almost every stat.
But the Queen didn't have no help, right?
You talking about he ain't had no help? He had fucking AD. When they went got
you just said he did more with less.
He did do more with less. He did more with less.
If AD is less, bro, I don't know what's more then. Because AD is definitely more. Kyrie is definitely more. Dwayne Wade is literally probably arguably with top 3 shooting guard ever in NBA history.
Who
already had it ring.
This is just an example of LeBron, the Queen fans moving the needle, moving the goalpost to fit their argument.
When Shaq was on the back end of his career, it's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. Yeah, look at it objectively.
Winston, you outside?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I heard some doggone wildlife suddenly come on the screen.
Yeah, man, I got a whole goddamn tree limb that just fell down. What the hell?
Say what?
He didn't want to curse it. He didn't want to curse it.
Wait a minute. You heard it while you on? You heard it?
I just saw it.
What?
Yeah, whole tree of them just fell down. The rain, man.
Oh, softening them roots. That's right. Yeah, man. All right. Now we're going to move on to
Thankfully.
football. And
Yeah,
right now, I'm going to use my privilege as whoever the heck I am, and go nana boo boo to all those who said that Bill Belichick didn't get an interview. Because we found out today that Kyle Shanahan, of all people, offered him a position out there. He said, Kyle Shanahan said, and I saw this morning, and I said, what? But Kyle Shanahan offered Bill Belichick a position, whatever it was that he wanted to do. But Belichick turned him down.
Yep. Said nope. Sorry, buddy.
He said
Going on
nope.
TV.
So, what y'all think about that? What y'all think about that? Tidy, you ain't said nothing in a minute, and I know you were listening to the basketball conversation. But Tidy, what you think about that, sir?
So I'm assuming he offered him a defensive coordinator position.
He, from what I understood, and the report was that he offered Belichick whatever it was that he wanted to do.
Anything you
Whatever.
want. Yeah.
He said anything you want.
But the head coach is all right.
But the head coach, well, he was the head coach, so
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
I think Bill probably at the point where he ain't gonna take nothing less than a head coaching job, and anything below that is just like, for lack of better words, beneath him. So I think it was a great gesture, but I'm not surprised at all that he said thanks, but no thanks. I'll see what comes up next offseason.
Yeah, because see, like I said, now, I mean, when he was interviewing for head coach, he was the most qualified interviewee that has ever interviewed for any position. So I kind of feel the same way, because if anybody, okay, now this is Kyle Shanahan offering him something. Now, if John Lynch had offered him something, and shoot, even John Lynch offering him anything might be termed an insult. You know what I'm saying? Because of his accomplishments and who he is.
Yeah.
But there were people saying, well, see, he wasn't that good. He wasn't this, he wasn't that. Nobody else interviewed him, nobody else wanted him. But as the year goes along, we may find out a few more things about Belichick, who offered him a job, who he turned down, whatever. But I thought that was very interesting because now who is San Francisco's defensive coordinator now? Because Wallace Smith is saying that he asked him that Kyle Shanahan offered him a DC position. Now, who's San Francisco's defensive coordinator now? Because it was D'Amico Ryans, right?
Is it Sorensen?
Whoa.
It was D'Amico Ryans, right?
It's Sorensen now. So Sorensen might have been there. Sorensen first year might have been last year, because then he was with the Panthers first, right?
Let me look. Let me take a look. Because
all right, so here's what I'm reading.
It's Sorensen.
It's Sorensen, but he was with the Niners, but he just wasn't the DC of the Niners. It's saying he just got promoted to DC this season.
Yeah, he was the DB coach.
Ray Ellison said Wilkes was the defensive coordinator, was he?
No, it's Sorensen.
No. I'm talking about before Sorensen got the actual job.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was Wilkes last year.
It was Wilkes. Okay. Oh, it was Wilkes.
Last year. Yeah.
Year before last, it's the
Year
new
before
league
last
now.
Ryan.
Yeah.
It was who?
D'Amico Ryan, year before last.
Yeah. And then Wilkes was last year, and
It
that's
was
Oh,
in
okay. I thought D'Amico
2000,
Ryans had
yeah,
come. I thought he had
yeah,
come from there.
Thorson was
2022 it was Ryan. 2023 it was Will.
Wilkes.
Now this year is somebody else.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Sorensen was the defensive passing game nickel cornerback coach, and he got elevated to DC.
That's all. I mean, they will all get punted if Belichick would have said yes. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, yeah. He probably.
Better.
Yeah.
Man,
He.
been
Yeah. Cause like I said, the man casts a big shot.
But like
Belichick casts a big shot.
Be-
Go ahead, Winston.
Belichick had said and gave a statement a couple of days before this report came out. And he said, "I'm happy. I'm waiting for the next cycle. I want to be a head coach. I want to go after the all-time win total." So being DC, I mean, it works for him, but at the same time, it's not where he's trying to be at. So it's better for him to sit back, take a year, study the game, because the game steady evolving. We got a whole new kickoff rule that's going on, and a person like him, he's a defensive minded coach. So therefore, him sitting there being able to sit back and just watch the game and see how the game operating with these new rules and all that, it behooves his best bet is to sit back and then just go into the next coaching cycle.
Well, there's some loud crickets in your neck of the woods, boy.
Well, they probably talking about that tree that fell. Shoot,
I
that
told you,
tree
I'm-
probably almost got him. Yeah.
I think you're country. I'm from the country. Hold on.
Those crickets screaming at night.
Now, I understand that according to Wallace Smith, he said that signed a couple of offensive linemen, and I was looking at them. We got one, Julian Davenport from Bucknell College. He was a 2017 fourth round pick by the Houston Texans. He's 6'7", 315.
He with us?
Let me see the other one. What was it?
Davenport.
Zach Bailey.
Davenport is with us, John.
Huh?
Davenport is with us.
Yeah, they signed two people, and Davenport is one, and Zach Bailey, 6'5", 300. He's a tackle.
All right. Both of them
from
got some
South
nice
Carolina. So this is
That's
in
nice
preparation.
size right there.
Yeah, well, this is in preparation for training camp. So this might be a couple of camp bodies or some folk to beat up on during training camp or whatever. But
well, they got some nice size, 6'7". 6'7". You might want to take a good look at him before you cut him.
yeah, 6'7", 315. Well, I'm gonna say, let's see what he got.
Yeah, let's see.
What he
You don't have to make no commitment, but let's just take a good look at him.
Yeah, let's see what he got. And I may as well give this public service announcement since training camp is going to open tomorrow. Believe half of what you see and a quarter of what you hear, because your radio stations are going to be the only ones that are going to be allowed to be up at Falcons camp with them all during training camp. Now, we only get 2 times to see them. So everything that you hear from them, take with a grain of salt. Okay?
Well, John, that's better than last year when Arthur Smith is believe nothing of what you see and nothing of what you hear. At least we can believe a little something.
Well, that's an improvement. You're right, Red. That is an improvement. See, I knew I was going to draw somebody out. I knew I was going to draw somebody out. See, and Tonio, quit fumbling with them papers and come on in here, son. Come on in here, son. Come on in.
Somebody knocking the foul. Who we talking about? Talking good things.
I knew I was gonna draw him out.
I saw he be listening to the show from the bottom of the pool sometimes.
Oh boy. But
Kirk Cousins showed up in that Hawks jersey today.
yes,
Right.
and
No bad jump.
he's trying. Hey, he trying, and they said he was
I like
walking
he trying to
normal.
ingratiate himself to the city. That's good.
Oh,
Kirk.
he is. He is. They say he was walking normal too.
He
What
said
was that,
he said he was repping his fellow Spartan, Steve Smith,
Yeah,
an Atlanta great.
yeah.
That's what's up.
Well, hey,
Oh, you be my favorite Hawk back in the day.
yeah, he had on a throwback, a definite throwback now. Yeah. Are those still in style? Throwback still in style, y'all?
Yeah, they still win.
Throwback will always be in style.
The Steve
Oh,
Smith still
okay.
holds
Well,
up.
I hope so, because I spent too damn much money on them bootleg. Them good real jerseys.
Steve Smith
Be
still holds
throwing
up
them
for
away.
21 shots.
What would you say, Johnny? You got a Nike jump with a bag with on swoosh. But it look good though.
Hey, there was this jersey that there was this throwback jersey, and I think you guys have seen it before. It's either Chicago Bears of the century, and they had a Dallas Cowboys of the century where it had four numbers on
to
it.
that next comment.
Yeah,
I ain't going to that next comment. I ain't going to that damn next comment. I know
Antonio, man, come in, man, come in.
No. That's Sniper. He ain't nothing but a sniper. Keely, you need to take him with you. You need to take him with you.
Well,
See,
we don't want to mess up Keely.
Cause he now, and I'm gonna tell you something now. I still wear double breast. I never stopped wearing double breast suits and sport coats. Love me a double breast. I didn't care whether it was out of style or not. I love double breast suits and sport coats.
My boy getting married in at the end of August. I'm definitely wearing a double breast.
Boy,
Yeah,
you gonna take a picture, man.
To me,
I got
think
this
that's
right here.
I think that's the cleanest look.
Especially with the wider lapels. With the wider lapels, them little thin lapels, man.
Cleanest look.
Yeah. Cause see, I ordered. Matter of fact, I had some tailor made, and I ordered from overseas. Man, them jokers. No, look, I'm looking like the damn saint.
Winston, you gonna show up?
I'm looking like the saint.
Fluffy Johnson.
Yeah, good grief.
The gonna show up looking like the Godfather of Harlem.
The Godfather of Harlem. Yeah, me.
Yeah, but man, man, love double breasted. So Tonio, I don't care what Tonio said.
I might wear a suit to the practice next Friday.
The only look I think is cleaner than a double breast is a legit 3-piece with the low buttons on the
a double breast 3-piece or a single breast.
A single breast 3-piece with a low button down where you get where the vest itself is accentuated.
Mm-hmm.
With a clean tie, and like a junk in the lapel, like to me that's clean as look. And then
I got one black suit like that.
Just kill it. What's up?
I got one black suit like that. That's it. With the vest, you say with the vest, right? The vest and everything.
Yeah, with the vest on the 3-piece.
Yeah, I got one like that.
I think like that some clean as Stacey Adams.
Oh, I got you right there too. Come on.
Or some red bottom, whichever one. Or Tom Ford. Tom Ford too. Tom Ford make clean as dress shoes. Any of those three, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong.
I still mess with Stacy. Stacy A, baby.
Yeah, well, we come along.
I came up on Stacy. You know what I'm saying?
We come a long ways from ordering stuff out of those little bitty books. Oh, y'all don't know nothing about none of that. Y'all don't know nothing about
that. Hey, you ain't talking about service merchant.
Y'all down there in Georgia. Did y'all and this for the panel, for all of y'all. Have y'all ever seen the East Bay book?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, get them things all the time. What are you talking about,
like
man?
A Jet magazine in the 90s.
For real. No. You playing us, Winston.
No, I'm just saying. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. East Bay.
On now.
Cause see, East Bay. Let me see. Now, I would order my stuff from East Bay, or either go down there to Walter Sporting Goods downtown, and sometimes Walter Sporting Goods, or oh man, what was that man's name over there off of Moreland Avenue? All right,
Antonio, I haven't rented a suit since prom, my 11th grade prom. I don't know.
Look, renting tuxedos possibly, but suits I bought all mine.
That's the only suit I rented was a tuxedo.
Yeah, that's the only suit I rented. Cause see, now back in the day when South DeKalb Mall was a good mall to go to, they had hey man, my sister did. My sisters came up with that one.
You gonna make Keely mad. That's his neighborhood mall, man.
Hey Keely, man, still.
Yeah, I'm just quiet because I did laugh when he called us out the crime mall.
Well, fun.
That is my. I used to work in the mall, so yeah, that is my home.
What store you?
Oh man, shoot.
So you know all about it.
Yeah, I was working. I did Finish Line and Foot Locker.
Oh, you got all the kicks with a discount.
Yeah, and we was trapping out the back too.
During the days.
Look at all that crime going on.
Whenever
agent, man.
Whenever you take the trash out, we'll just have them like in the trash sitting on top of it, and then we'll wheel it out like we're going to the dumpster.
Bro, I did the same thing when I was working at Olive Garden. When the truck on
Olive Garden. Hell,
man, I used to run on ragged with steaks and short rib. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You got Keely hocking off shoes, and you got Winston hocking off steaks.
My homeboy probably sold a good $250,000 worth of merchandise, and the reason he got fired is for stealing the drink from Chick-fil-A.
What?
He told the chick to leave the cup next to the thing so that way he can just reach over the counter and just get a drink out of the fountain machine. And they caught him. So they fired him for getting a drink from Chick-fil-A, even though that man has stole $250,000 worth of merchandise out of food.
Hey, you know what?
They didn't catch him. They didn't catch the $250,000. They got him for a damn 89-cent drink.
They caught him for the quarter drink, not for the $250,000.
That right there, that's God. That's God looking over you. That was a blessing. That was God like, hey, look, I'm gonna scare you real quick. I'm gonna scare you real quick.
Oh boy!
Don't take your ass home. Think about it. Sit there and think about it. Man,
boy. And you'd be surprised. You'll be surprised how many people would get caught stealing a little bit of stuff like that when they done done a whole bunch of other doggone major dirt that they didn't.
Everybody in my high school was trapping out that mall. Right. My homegirl was using everybody Macy's card, and she would run the risk. My whole high school was trapping out of them.
I bet she one of the ones that locked up down south in Georgia now.
if you look up
trying to get out of jail.
If you look up my record, it's all driving charges. All driving charges. Out of any and everything they could have got me for. He never hit me on nothing like that. just been driving trucks. God bless.
Yeah.
I thank him every day. I thank him every day. Cause right now, we wouldn't have the show. I'm gonna tell you that out of the gate. We would not have the show. So,
Well, John would have it. You wouldn't be.
yeah, I wouldn't be a part of it.
Red with the clarification. Okay.
Man, I'm about to kick Red off the show, man.
Oh man.
I'll let you have your story, Winston.
Now, have you guys seen pictures of the new locker rooms?
Yeah.
Man, anybody that's a Falcon, man. I mean, now they did them right. They did them right. Now you know what? I'm gonna look at some other people's locker rooms first before I give my final judgment on how well they did. But
what? Go look at Kansas City locker room and then go look it up.
yeah, I got to look. Because I think that our locker room facilities, was it our locker room facilities or our weight facilities or something of that nature, got bad marks.
It was the entire headquarters, really, for football related stuff.
Yeah. Okay, the entire headquarters. Oh, well.
Hold on, and you know what? So there, I didn't even make that distinction. So that was the locker room for training camp. That's up there in Gwinnett, right? That's the locker room that they were showing on the.
That's Flowery Branch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's Flowery Branch.
That's not at the stadium.
And you know what? Now I hadn't seen.
That's true.
Did I see the stadium? The dome locker room.
You had too many people showing them pictures. You couldn't miss it.
So on one of the draft nights, I participated, and you got to walk through the locker room and all that stuff. Trying to think, I think that was the night I was mad because we drafted Ritter. I got real pissed. And I left. But that particular draft night, I saw the locker room. They just let you walk in, and tour the facilities and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think, cause see, when I did go. Let me see. I went with Steve at the time, but when the friend of mine, the very first year that the Mercedes-Benz Dome was open, I went and I got there about 3 hours early, and I was going to try to walk the whole thing. The furthest I got was the 50-yard line on the 100-yard bar. That was as far as I got. Because they were giving out samples and stuff, and I started paying. They had some good stuff up there. They had a blackberry. They had a blackberry tea with blackstrap molasses. It was a Long Island mix with blackstrap molasses in it. Oh, good.
Blackberry molasses.
Oh man, I mean it was nice. It was nice. It was nice. And one thing that I always said about the dome. Now you remember when the Falcons first went in there, they were
the dome or the stadium, John?
Huh?
The dome or the stadium?
The Mercedes-Benz Dome.
Okay.
Now, okay, what are we referring to? That how are we naming this so that we don't?
It's called a stadium. It's MBS.
I call it the Beans, and I call Georgia Dome the Dirt Dome.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about the technical name it has an S on the end of MBS. So Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
So it's Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Yeah, because for me, when anybody talking about the Falcons, they say Dome. My mind automatically goes Georgia Dome.
Go to the Georgia. Okay, right. Okay. The Benz. I started saying the Benz to differentiate so that people don't get confused.
Oh, the memories at the Dome. Wish I can go back.
Now the Benz. I always thought that the Falcons should have been in the Benz or walked around the Benz a month or two prior to the time that they did. it was ready then, right? It was okay. It was ready then, right? A month before they actually went in.
Yeah, it was pretty much for the most part ready. The last game of the Dome, Georgia Dome.
Okay.
From a walk around standpoint,
because they didn't let the team come in there until what, the week, it was during training camp or the week before preseason or something of that nature. It was real, in my opinion, it was real late because everybody was looking up and looking around like a country bumpkin in New York City. Like, I mean, they were just marveling, and you could tell in the play of the Falcons that, your sight, you're getting your sight lines together, getting your depth perception, or just the atmosphere, whatever type of atmosphere we had at the time. These jokers were looking like they just had come into a new house. They had, but I mean, y'all supposed to know about this place from where you're going to be operating at. Okay. But it was just like we were totally unprepared for it. Because, see, I know when I went in there, I intended to look at the football. My intentions was to look at the football. But I'm looking at this great big old screen, trying to figure out how the hell this Halo screen is up here and how they holding up and where I'm gonna run if it falls. I'm trying to scope out some good eating places, things of that sort, because I'm coming back. I need to know where the bathroom is because I'm getting old and I might have to go. So I need to know where that spot is. I mean, it was just a getting used to. Kind of like when we went into the Dome from Fulton County Stadium. We didn't care, man. Shoot.
Yeah, I was so happy.
You brought your own stuff in. You brought your own beer or whatever in there, But hopefully this year, with our our new regime and everything, we will be a bit more equipped than we have in the past 3 years. Now, I was listening to John Fricke earlier tonight, and from what I was hearing from him and what I was hearing from the callers or whatever, there are some people that have, shall we say, tempered their expectations for what we may do this year. Because, instead of them keeping
now that the season about to start, getting a little scared.
Yeah, they're a little apprehensive now that the season is about to start, and all of those lofty 17-0 predictions and 14-3s and all that. Yeah. Oh man, you about a month ago on 92.9. Oh man, you had folks talking about we cleaning the table, we wiping the table. But
that was a little too far now.
You remember the schedule that we never finished.
Yeah,
our schedule prediction that we never finished. Now, the thing is now, and this was emphasized tonight, we got a gauntlet at the beginning of the season.
Our first
we got a gauntlet because Pittsburgh was going to be tough with or without Arthur Smith. Now, I'm kind of thinking that it's going to be easier with Arthur Smith, but Pittsburgh is going to be tough with or without Arthur Smith. And Kansas City
defense is legit.
Yeah. Pittsburgh. That's one thing about Pittsburgh. They gonna bring it regardless of the offense.
Yeah.
Now, Kansas City is a primetime game. Was that Sunday night?
Yep.
Okay, Kansas City is a primetime game. Now, who's supposed to go into the Ring of Fame Sunday night? That Sunday night. Is it Matt Ryan?
It might be Matt.
No, Matt going in the Tampa game, I think.
So it's Arthur Blank going in?
Yeah. And that's
because I thought because I'm trying to remember because we did say that we did look that up and we did say who it was going in on whatever game or whatever. But at any rate,
it's a home game, thankfully.
It's a home game. It's going to be on Sunday Night Football.
And it's going to be an L.
Huh? And
it's going to be an L.
And see, you can't. And see, thing is now, why are you gonna put your own in on a L? Why are you gonna put your own in the Ring of Fame on a L? You pick Rudy Poot and play Rudy Poot and put him in when you play Rudy Poot.
All right, so Arthur Blank will go in on September 22nd against Kansas City. Matt Ryan will go in October 3rd. Tampa Bay on the Thursday night game. Arthur Blank is the Sunday night game, and Matt Ryan on Thursday.
Dang, I'm gonna have to skip that game.
See.
Hey John.
Yes.
Well, matter of fact, all y'all on the panel.
Yeah, we're waiting.
Out of both of those games, September 22nd, and everybody in the chat too. September 22nd or October 3rd. Which one y'all more inclined to go to?
September 22nd.
You said go to as in the 10?
Yeah.
Whatever one Mahomes playing in.
Whichever one, what was that title?
Mahomes.
Yeah, Mahomes.
Yeah, I like to see all-time greats.
Yeah, I sold that ticket. Unfortunately.
Okay, well, if that's the reason.
Every year I put them all up there and I just jack the prices up real high. That way, I intend on going, but if you buy me out of going, then I won't go. And they gave me like, when I tell you it was like $1,500 for those tickets.
Oh yeah, they'd have been gone.
Yeah.
So I can sit at home.
Hey, kid, it's called passive income.
So what I do is every single year I just jack them up real high, and if somebody willing to pay for them, I'm willing to stay home and watch it. And that's what they did with them Kansas City tickets. I'm talking about the day the schedule came out, I put them up there and they went $1,500.
Yeah, because you rarely see Pat Mahomes come to Atlanta, so I understand.
Yeah, I tell you what. September 22nd. I'm on the way. I'm coming down there for the game. That's what I was asking. I was trying to ask, you know what I'm saying, when y'all would most be inclined to come to a game. But
has that game sold out?
I'm not going to that one.
I don't know. I doubt it.
If it is sold out, I know for a fact I got a tailgate thing going on outside.
But I'll say this. On the very first day the schedule dropped, 2 of my tickets sold, the Chiefs game and the Cowboys game. So they were willing to pay a very stupid price for my little old ticket. So I'm pretty sure those 2 games are gonna be packed. The Cowboys game and the Chiefs game.
Yeah. Cowboy game always packed.
Yeah, they always come deep. I gotta get to their ass.
Oh yeah, they travel. The Cowboys are traveling. It's not that far. It's really not that far for them.
Pittsburgh too. They travel.
You know,
they travel.
Pittsburgh, Chicago, the Pittsburgh, Chicago, Kansas City, Frisco,
all the
New England,
Green Bay,
Giants. Man, all them Philadelphia. Hey man, those older franchise, man.
All the legacy teams.
Yeah, them legacy teams.
You said it right?
Yeah.
But look, if y'all want to go to the game, I'll come down for it. I definitely come down.
I need to ask John, what we doing next Friday, John? You scooping me up? We're going to the
Next Friday. What date is that?
Is that when we had a practice at the Benz?
Next Friday is
August
August 2nd.
2nd, I think.
3rd, ain't it? 2nd.
No, 2nd.
August 2nd. Oh man, I'm not gonna be able to make it. I'm getting ready to
Yeah, out of town.
leave town. God damn
Oh,
it.
okay.
All
right.
Tickets ain't them like $5 too.
So
Yeah.
the
I'm
the
gonna see
following
who I
Friday,
can bomb a ride with. Get down there.
the following
I hate
Friday,
driving.
what y'all got going on?
What was that, Winston?
I said the following Friday, what y'all got going on?
Oh, I'm definitely still.
What date?
I'm gonna still be out of town.
August the 9th.
Yeah,
Yeah.
August the 9th.
yeah.
I'll be
Yeah.
out of town.
Secret
He's
A.
gonna be on the mission out of town. I'm not quite sure.
Well,
about
yeah,
that.
and that's
Yeah,
actually it's a range in Tennessee that a digital range that goes out past 1,000. So we'll probably
right.
be doing that.
You going to Tennessee? Tennessee
He's going out
right
and going in to meet Jack Reacher.
Basically.
Hey, look. How long you be in Tennessee?
At least through Saturday. It'll be that Friday and that Saturday probably.
I'll pull up on you.
All right. Well, I'll keep you posted. I'll let you know because we're gonna go up
I'll
to.
pull up on you.
I think
Keely,
it's
you let me know when you get back locally, and I'll come out to the east side range.
It's what's the name? It's in the it's on the eastern end of it. I think it's Seaverville. No, Spencer, Tennessee. Spencer, Tennessee is where it's at.
Tight, I gotta go get my bulletproof vest when I go out there though.
That's probably like 4 hours away from me. Yeah,
I mean, because either way it go, I told you I'm probably gonna go to the Carolina away game. There's a couple away games that I'll probably try to hit.
I want to come down for the
Well, there you go.
for the
You good for the Carolina away game. Bring back some good memories.
I want to come down for the Washington game. I do want to come down for the KC game. But like if I come down for the KC game, I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to link up with y'all.
You're gonna make me go find a ticket for that one. If everybody gonna be at that game.
Well, did everyone decided they going to Vegas? I already got my seat.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to the Vegas one. I'm definitely going to the Vegas one.
Tidy, you
I ain't
going
gonna
to
even
Vegas?
lie to y'all. I ain't gonna even flex. I ain't gonna even do nothing. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not going to Vegas.
Tidy, you doing Vegas?
I was trying to go, but them plane ticket prices like
I'll see y'all on TV. Y'all make sure y'all represent. Me and Tidy will check y'all out on TV.
What?
I tell you,
Tidy, what them tickets going? What you see them tickets going for, Tidy?
If you got snaps on the petrol,
stacked when I look.
If you got
there you go, them vintage society.
You got snaps on the petrol, I'll come pick y'all up, and then we
Look,
drive
anyway.
up there.
Well, I put like this. Mine on Delta was 400, and I paid like 200 because I had like some travel credit. So it wasn't that bad when I got it. But I got it the day I got my flight the day the schedule dropped, and it was only like 400.
That's saving money on some tickets.
I'm about to look at the prices now.
Man,
December. Look at the December ticket price.
What's the date of that game, Keelan, in Vegas?
I know it's a Monday night game. 12/16.
Probably the Monday before Christmas.
No, it's 12/16. I fly out that Saturday, and of course come back that Tuesday. And then the cheapest thing is the hotel. The hotels aren't bad at all. Because
for Vegas.
Yeah, the hotels.
Vegas be real cheap hotels.
Yeah.
The game tickets weren't cheap though.
Hey, Chief, ain't nobody flying Spirit.
I don't say that. I know one of my homeboys just said today. He said he'll fly. Some of them guys, they don't care how they get out there. They just trying to get out there.
Man, look at here. That Spirit Airlines, they used to, now I don't know whether it's true or not, but they say they only put enough gas in the plane to get it in the air, and you just fall to wherever it is you're going. So hell no. You don't get but one shot at the runway. That's it. You miss it.
I'm ready to
It's
fly
over with.
Superman.
But you might be able
Hey,
to
well,
scout
look,
once you get out there. I just thought about it.
Ticketmaster got seats
How much
and
Harris? Is Harris pretty
and
economical? That's the place I
section
stayed last
306
time.
row 10 for $165.
For what now?
Section 306 row 10 for $165.
December tickets.
Now how you have an outline of the stadium to see what that
Yeah.
seat is?
Oh, you talking about the Falcon ticket? I thought you talking about the plane ticket.
He's talking about the. Oh yeah, he's talking about the Vegas.
I'm
He's talking about
talking about the game ticket.
the game
Yeah, I
ticket.
figure I can see it now.
They
165
usually
ain't
have an
bad.
outline of the stadium, and they'll show you exactly where that seat is.
It's like it's lower upper deck. Well, no, it's upper deck.
That's now that nosebleed, John.
Over the
Burn your nosebleed. There.
Yeah, I'm gonna have. I really wanted to see what that stadium looked like. See, the only thing I'm scared of about those upper level seats, the stairs are just about straight up and down.
Yeah.
Some of them places, them stairs just about straight up and down. You trip and fall.
You describing the Coliseum in LA, it's straight up and down.
I was just gonna say that to him.
Well, that's like a roller coaster ride.
Yeah,
One thing I remember about the Coliseum, the rows are long. You know how like you gotta excuse me to get past people.
Yeah,
those things are long.
Man, no, cause and you don't want to get an end seat, and you don't want to get a seat in the middle either.
This shit almost sold out, to be honest.
The game almost sold out.
I was shocked the Rams played in that
sold out, but it's almost
when they first got back to LA. That stadium was through when the XFL was in there.
You can always get tickets though. I don't never pay attention to sold out.
Yeah, cause you got they used to advertise something I guess on Sunday, last minute NFL tickets. You remember that?
Well, you always find somebody at the last minute something came. Well, they need to sell some tickets. I never had a problem finding tickets on any event.
Okay.
Yeah, see, like
honestly, the best time to look is right like a couple hours before kickoff.
Yep, that's when you get the best deal.
Yeah, there's an app called Game Time app. The closer you get to kickoff, the lower the prices go down.
Okay,
that's usually who I get my tickets to.
Y'all might not trust it, but I'm gonna tell y'all what I always find the best deals on tickets at Craigslist.
Sure.
Craigslist. I always find the best prices of tickets at Craigslist. But I only buy if they're willing to exchange on the official ticket exchange. If they do that, you legit. You ain't gotta worry about all them fees through them reseller apps and all that. Craigslist, PayPal, you right in there.
Yeah. All right. So you pay through PayPal.
Yep. I use the buyer's protection program because you're not gonna scam me.
Yeah.
Give me a down payment and I hold on to it. It goes towards the price of the ticket.
It might give you down payment or nothing.
Oh Lord, but I'm just having Craigslist flashback.
If I do anything on Craigslist, I'm pulling up on you. I got to see you face to face.
I'm having Craigslist flashback. Oh man,
yeah, I know a few guys who got gypped up, bought a few cars.
Craigslist and Backpage. Ooh.
Backpage, yeah.
John, what you doing?
Yeah, what you doing on Backpage?
what you doing on Backpage, brother?
What were you looking for?
That's the key question.
He's not gonna tell us, y'all.
That's what she said.
Mom's the word, John. Mom's the word.
That's all I can tell you. Ooh wee.
He reminiscing.
Ooh wee, man.
Trump came in office and he killed all that.
Yeah, boy, I tell you. And man,
crazy.
Yes, sir. Yes,
It be like that on them big jobs, man. It be like that on them big jobs.
Hey, man, look. Sometimes I'm just amazed. I made it. That's all I'm gonna tell you. I'm just amazed I made it. Oh boy.
John, that was me day shift when Follows was still open. Boy, I be like, boy, I made it out there.
Ooh, we.
I'm a day shift champ, boy.
That's the second time in 2 weeks we don't have a Follows mission.
Oh man, I miss Follows, bro. I'd had some marvelous times there, bro.
Now see, here these folk go. Now see, I see this is certain thing you just don't say.
What Donald McCurkin said? A saint ain't nothing but a sinner that just fell down. But Ryan
she was, Ray. All the Masseuses were associated with him for a period of time. He was.
Wait a minute. Now let me see. Red. They changed it to something else, but Montrey's over there in West End. Montrey Lounge.
By the bridge.
Yeah.
That's Peaches or something.
Yeah. Is that? I think they closed. Did they close that down?
No, they changed the name of it.
Yeah, I know they changed the name, but I thought it closed. It's still open?
No, it's still open. Still open. Oh, wait a minute. Winston, did you order them wings last week?
We literally had this strip club conversation last week.
I was thinking about it. I haven't ordered them yet.
We did a world tour.
I'm coming in there, so I was like, I just wait till I get there.
Oh, okay.
Or you gonna get them after the KC game, or you gonna have to stand in line?
Who stand in line? They better know who I am.
Y'all better tell that boy how mad you see to be after.
Man,
Hey, y'all know they on Uber Eats, right?
Yeah, that's what you were saying last week.
Yeah,
and I thought Winston was Winston, you did go to the site, didn't you?
Yeah, I went on the site. Then it was like
Winston didn't want his old lady to look at that bill and see Magic City. He's like, wait a minute.
It was like 150 for like 20 wings. I was like, nah, I ain't
150 for 20.
Yeah, go look at it. Go look at the
$150.
It's like 150 for like 20 or like 50 wings.
They better come with like 5 lap dances.
You feel me?
Yeah, you were gonna have them shipped, weren't you, Winston?
Yeah, I ship them return to sender. No, sir.
I sent them the bone back. You don't send them the bone back.
I just come down there, knock on your door. Let me get that.
You ain't gotta knock on the door. It's gonna be open.
I just pulled it up on Uber Eats just now, and it's saying the store is currently really busy.
Man,
2 hour wait.
Yeah.
They made me look this shit up.
I can imagine. Good God Almighty. But good wings. Hey man, it's just like who is that? Now I like wings.
Yeah. Y'all were lying.
You see it, Red?
Yeah.
Good luck on that. It's Kaman saying you can't order right now. Too busy.
Yeah. I'm gonna order some later in the week though. Oh man, I'm gonna finally get it.
So you gonna pay $150 for the wings?
They're not 150.
It probably be cheaper for me.
No,
buy.
No, sir.
I think those were for Winston to ship them up there.
Yeah, ain't they wing worth that much. I don't give a damn if they gold plated. No, sir. You can keep it.
You need them fresh. You don't need them shipped, bro.
You feel me?
No.
Yeah,
It ain't like you shipping no lobster.
It ain't gonna be 100 for me, tight. I just checked.
It'd probably be like 40 for you. If that was something like if that was the move, I'd be down. But 150, no sir. No sir, you won't get me. I ain't never come in and go and get them.
I ain't never financed no chicken. So I'm
gonna put this is one of my favorites, right?
It's literally it'll be literally cheaper in gas to get down to Georgia to go get the wing with the cost of the wing than they get the wing chipped up, and at the same time by the time they get to me, they old wing.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, tight it right. You need them fresh anyway.
Nah, I'm not doing that.
Fresh right after the game. Come on in there, sit down.
I'm sitting here trying to find out why Lemon Pepper Lou said they was tripping out about the wing. You feel me? I don't need no old wings that's sitting and tell the story. I need some fresh wings.
But the food, period, like they got a decent kitchen for real. Like not just the wings, they straight. It's worth it.
I heard, but like
try them lamb chops out.
They serving lamb chops?
What up? What the hell? What?
Man, they got catfish. They got everything in there, man.
You got lamb chops.
Like their steak is good. Them catfish nuggets are good. Like
they got lobster. do they have lobster and crab leg? They got everything else. With
they might.
I wouldn't doubt it, Wilson. The way they cook it like that.
This shit gotta stop.
They got a good,
man. I'm telling you, pinups out there in Decatur, past Decatur, Stone Mountain Way. Man, shoot, them jokers be burning over there.
I think that's in Scottsdale.
Yeah, Scottsdale. Yeah, Scottsdale. Man, them jokers be burning over there. Friend of mine, took me.
Strip clubs up here. They just be burning. I said strip clubs up here. They just be burning. Leave that all the way along.
Cause see, man,
they may have some shrimp. That thing is pink and white. Ain't got no flavor on it. You can see it ain't got no flavor. You order a steak, you can sit there and throw it off the wall, and that thing will bounce about 3 times before it settles. No, no sir.
They got steak and shrimp. They got grilled chicken, catfish, salmon. They got everything in Magic City.
Man.
Lobster tails.
There you go.
Told you, Winston. Told you, Winston. Well, I guess. Hey, when you come, we're going to pick the boys up, and we just gonna have to go down there, man. I'm just saying.
Matter of fact, when you go to the KC game, you can call me after the game, and I'll meet up with you. We can head to Magic City together.
John, they got a Beyond Burger in there for me too.
Look. One thing for sure, 2 things.
They got what?
A Beyond Burger.
Man, that shit got to stop. They got a whole vegan burger on the menu.
Yes, sir. I'm straight when next time I go to. Yeah, let me get that Beyond Burger.
Hey, they catering to everybody.
Yeah, hey man.
Bro, this is an extensive ass menu, man. I'm looking at that menu.
You talking? They got a Beyond Burger. I bet it ain't got no 1,000 calories.
No, he said Beyond Burger. Yeah, but I caught what you said, Red. But no, man, like when I come out there, I'm gonna get a room or Airbnb. I'm gonna just order some food from them. Cause if it's hidden like the way y'all say it's hidden, I gotta see about it. They got pasta in there.
Hold on,
yeah, I'm sure they got pasta.
Probably do.
What's that in the Miller Mills? What's happening with you?
Miller Mills, how you doing, boss?
Oh, you like pasta? You eat like me? You like that Italian food?
Yeah, man.
Oh man, look. Oh man, that's right.
I told you I used to work at Olive Garden. I was a cook there for like 2 years.
You say you used to rob Olive Garden. You say you used to work
there. I robbed them because I worked there.
Oh, okay.
They won't pay him enough. So I had to make some things shake.
Well, that's it. But messing with you and Keely, but y'all give me 5, boy. Hanging out with y'all too at the G job.
Keely got level 6 clearance. Man, you good.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Keely, yeah, we probably would get fired at South Carolina.
You all like Keely, man. You good to go.
Oh, that's
tails
right.
and
That's right.
salmon.
You like pasta, Winston?
Yes, sir.
Man, I need to take him up to Marietta Diner.
Yep. There you go.
Marietta Diner, Pasta Bella. Man, look here. Hey, Winston. This pasta, they're chicken and shrimp.
Alfredo.
You can get either one, chicken and shrimp, Alfredo. You know that cheese that make your breath stink.
Mm.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yo,
For 3 days.
Speaking of food, let me tell y'all about y'all guy John Harris. He came down here, right? We met for dinner. I said, John, get whatever you want. It's on me. You here in my city, your money no good. Guess what this man going? We at the #1 steakhouse in Macon, right? Guess what this man ordered?
Cheeseburger.
No, guess what he ordered? Take a guess at a steakhouse. #1 steakhouse now.
Some fish.
Some
salad.
chicken tenders.
A salad. I'm like, John, what are you doing, man?
He watching his waist.
Man went to the steakhouse and ordered a salad.
I swore.
Embarrassing title.
Like, look here. I swore before God and a respectable white man that I was not gonna be talking about. See that damn Harris. He go down there and hey, Tidy, look, your money, Tidy, your money ain't no good in Atlanta when you come up here. Now you come and you order whatever it is you want. Now you do it. I'm gonna do it like that. Dog, Chief. That's all I wanted to get was a salad. I didn't want to gonna have a man talking about me behind my back. Hey, that damn John Harris, but it's just like he hadn't ate for a week.
Man ordered a salad.
That man took it to Pio No.
John. Hey, look.
What's that street? Pio No.
What you know about Pio No Avenue, man?
I'm not even going to talk about our interaction with John. Hey, bro, my good word, your money's no good up here. You feel me? You big homie. You big homie. When you touch down, it's on me. You feel me?
Man, John, look at all these free meals and dinners you can offer. I that one of them offer me. That one of them offer that to me.
John has been of it.
I'm take him up on it.
Yeah,
I was trying to tell them then that, but hey, every time you're in Richmond, bro, anytime you're in Virginia, I will come see you. Your money is no good.
Man, I got to spend some. I got to spend some of the Confederate money up there, so that we can balance this thing out.
Buy a Sprite. Put it in the cup.
That's it.
If that make you feel better, buy a Sprite. Put it in the cup.
Man, look.
Your money is no good in Virginia.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, man. Where was that we ate at, Winston? What was the name of that place?
Sidewalk Cafe.
Yeah, the Sidewalk Cafe, man. That was pretty good. That was good.
That ain't nothing. My boy, his restaurant, the one that I've been sitting there showing. Mr. Mention. Yeah, his restaurant opened beginning of August.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're in the neighborhood, breeze through. Meals all on. I got you.
Yeah, man, that's you.
Man, you good. I promise you, you're good.
Tell y'all, when you come down here, like I said, now how many days you gonna stay down here, Wilson, when you come?
When I come, I'll probably be down there for about two solid days.
That ain't gonna be enough.
Like in the evening one day, stay for 2 days and come back next morning.
That ain't gonna be enough. Oh, see, you because you going to Magic City. Okay, now we gonna get together and go to Magic City.
Look, I'm happily married. I'm not going to Magic City. Well, I'm engaged. But I'm not going to Magic City. I'm gonna order from Magic City.
How you gonna pick it up, Winston? You gonna have to go through there and pick it up. One of us gonna. Cause see, thing is, hey, if me and Red go pick it up, it's gonna be about 6 hours before you get your food anyway.
And you're gonna be missing a few wings too.
I've been a ways away by the time the food got there.
Yeah, you be able to order some wings, waiting on some.
Red be walking up to the door, cockeyed. he done burned about 4-5 of them things in the meantime. Like no.
And see, you know what? That's why I stopped ordering from Uber Eats, because they was stealing French fries and chicken wings, man. Them jokes.
What the hell y'all got going on out there?
Hey, man, joke. Look,
these are the guys Keely trained when he was at Foot Locker, man. They don't move down.
Look, them jokers, man, they were stealing French fries.
The food like that.
And then, hey, they'll wrap your bag up real tight. You know, they'll roll that mug up.
These some of Tiger's old homeboys.
I said, hey, man, hold up. Cause see, Wingstop had to start putting those stickers.
Yeah.
On top of that.
The seal sticker.
Yeah, they had to start putting seal stickers on top of it.
Is that place any good?
No.
Not if you desperate. If you desperate.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Like the 96 Dream Team.
Yeah, if you desperate, yeah, they
the
are.
96 Dream Team was overrated.
Overrated.
Yep, the 96 one was.
You mean 92?
Oh, 96.
Yeah, that's why I emphasized 96.
Yeah, that's why I said 92.
I can't even remember
96. And you were
I said 96. Then I said 92.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, see now, for what they had to do, I you know, they were really the redeemed team. 92 was really the redeemed team, because that bronze medal just didn't sit well. That bronze medal just didn't sit well with the country. Oh, okay. Now, what is Chief asking me? What do you think Uber Eats driver would do?
Let me ask you this.
Man, look, I ain't ordering no salad, cause see that joker, I wouldn't use the dressing. I'm gonna tell you that. If I ordered a salad from Olive Garden, I wouldn't use the dressing.
I worked at Olive Garden. I would never order a salad from Olive Garden. Any other food product, I order.
What's up with the salad?
All right, so the salad get mixed up in the morning, and then they put it in containers. They put it in containers and they put it in the fridge. You know what I'm saying? So it's open salad. They've just literally been sitting. You know what I'm saying?
So it's just open in the refrigerator.
So they got these white containers. You know what I'm saying? About about this big, with a cap on it, but it's not a sealed cap. It's just a cap on it, and they put it in the refrigerator. And when they run out of salad, they grab a container, bring it up, throw it in a little pot or whatever, and that's the salad that you eat. I would never eat a salad from them, but everything else, yeah. So like anything sauteed, grilled, all that is cooked. Is cooked to order.
Okay. Okay.
The rest of it, like that salad, no sir. Okay.
Oh man, well, I had to pass on that one. I definitely had to pass on that. MW, welcome in, boss. How you doing?
What's happening, MW?
Glad you came in. Oh, Diva. I hadn't seen Diva in about what? Well, we weren't here for a couple of weeks. So,
have y'all ever ran into a player in the club?
Like a football player, or like a
football player?
Oh yeah, I have. I have. Who was it? Because see, I've seen Jamal Anderson a couple of times.
Well, I meant the club.
I ran into Ed Davis.
You talking about like the Shark Bar or
I
something?
went to school with Ed
No,
Davis.
I'm talking about no. I ran into a certain player at Pleasers.
Who?
Oh, it pleases on Cleveland.
Yeah.
Hey,
No,
John,
man.
I'm amazed. Me in the chat is amazed that you know these
Why your eyes?
these coordinates.
I don't know why y'all amazed at that look.
Hey man.
I don't know why y'all are make look. Hey, look, I worked at the post office now. I'm trying to tell y'all, I worked at the post office.
And you was out there running around delivering more than just Mingles.
I
could have been.
Yes, Mark, that was a wonderful episode there. Guy broke his heart, man. Try to tell him about it, but dang, Mark.
Okay. That's the one where I supposed to see. I tried to tell y'all. About Steve Weiss. What Steve Weiss was saying. I tried to tell y'all.
Mark still was in denial, even after Weiss broke down.
Yeah, he in denial like Winston is about his boy Bruin, but it's all right.
Go James. But hey Mark,
they both in denial.
Mark, if you free, man, come on, hop in.
No, we don't need to do that because that man don't want to get his heart broke again.
Who?
Look at talking about F. Steve. Yeah, F the NFL pundit because he don't want to agree with you.
Go
see, he all the way in. All the way in.
Go Ryan. All right,
man,
Mark.
it's like telling a kid that something's not real, man. They just don't want to accept it.
I'm not gonna go as far as saying go Ryan. Matt Ryan is the most important player that we had in our franchise, but the best player.
So all right, so let me just say this. I think because I remember Tidy was having this conversation about the greatest the Mount Rushmore or whatever. So my whole thing is, how do y'all when y'all say best, right? What are y'all just individuals, y'all on this panel? When someone says best, are y'all thinking resume or talent?
When
I'm thinking,
I think talent when you say best, but I don't think greatest and best are one and the same, if that makes any sense.
Now, if you say successful, who's the most successful player?
I think that's where a lot of it gets mixed up, because when I hear best, I'm thinking we at the playground and we're picking, all right, your turn, like who is the best, like talent wise.
Yeah, that's what I meant with best.
So when somebody say he's the best Falcon, for that reason, I can't say that, because I think I think Larry got mad at me and I said I can name a bunch of players that were better at their job than Matt was at his, right? So for example, I said Julio was better receiver than Matt was a quarterback, and I said Dion was a better defensive back than Matt was a quarterback. So in terms of when I said best, I think that's where I think a lot of it gets, because people probably have different definitions of best.
So, Keely, let me lean back on you on that, because I wanna understand. I want to see your take on it. So you said Julio was better at his job than Matt was at his job, right?
That's what. Yes.
That's all right. And I wholeheartedly agree. This is just for time sake of debate. But at the same time, Julio is in a dependent position.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on Matt.
Yeah. So okay, all right. Again, all right. So Randy Moss is arguably a top 3 receiver in NFL history, or top 5. I think that's non-debatable. We can give him in the top 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can say 3.
I just wanted to make it safe. So top 3, right? He's had several quarterbacks, right? Mm-hmm. Which one are you going to say made Randy Moss a Hall of Famer? Which one? Pick which one? So though he plays a dependent position, which one can we attribute his Hall of Fame success to?
None.
T.O., which one can we attribute his Hall of Fame success to?
None.
Larry Fitzgerald, which one we're going to attribute his success as a receiver to?
Ooh, boy, you on the road, Keely. None.
hey, look, like I just
all 3 of them guys you named would have been great receivers. No matter what they
T.O. catching passes from Jeff Garcia.
Just to have something.
Romo. Now I would say Romo. I put it like this. So when people say Matt made Julio, I would make the argument that you could give. All right, let's hypothetical. Instead of picking Matt at 3, we traded back and we got Flacco. Would Julio still be a Hall of Fame receiver?
Yes.
If Julio went to Green Bay, and Aaron Rodgers was his quarterback.
If we had Flacco, there wouldn't have been an issue about the one thing that everybody said to try to knock Julio about, and that's his number of touchdowns.
Yeah.
If you have Flacco would have led his ass. Julio would have scored a lot more touchdowns. Yeah,
because I think the biggest impediment that people would say was when Matt got into the red zone. He had a history of his numbers, weren't as illustrious in the red zone. Whereas that's where you in a condensed window, shorter field, and you can see where Flacco arm strength would have came in handy in that part. So
well, Keely, I would say even before that, because see, if Matt Ryan had thrown the ball 2 feet further, that's a touchdown. That's a walk-in touchdown. Because Julio done left everybody in the dust.
Yeah, and I get it. So I just want to
catch it like a fair punt.
Hey, Red, that's what I used to say. Julio. Every time Matt Ryan threw the ball, Julio signaling for a fair catch.
Like, I'm not gonna say Flacco was more accurate. He just had a stronger arm. But I would say this just to wrap this up. Even though Julio does play a dependent position, I can't say that Matt Ryan is, because I think there's a lot of quarterback talents that we could have swapped out. Because whenever people make these Matt Ryan arguments, I go back and then I research, right? When I look at the time period, Tony Romo was putting up damn near the same numbers during his time with the Cowboys. And I don't know if that sounds disrespectful to equate Matt Ryan to Tony Romo, but you could swap Matt Ryan out with a lot of quarterbacks over this time period and probably would have gotten similar results or similar numbers. And Julio probably would have still been that 5-time All-Pro talent, or probably a 6.
But I'm gonna say this too, thinking about it. Quarterback is a dependent position also.
True.
Yeah, it is.
True. Definitely.
I would say there are seasons where
me and Mark Zeno got to arguing about this because he tried to tell me, Mark Zeno one night tried to tell me that wide receivers are dependent upon the quarterbacks. I said, well, that the inverse is true also, because the quarterback is dependent upon the wide receiver to catch it. Okay, now I mean, it's a symbiotic relationship. They need each other.
Let me respond to Mark real quick. And I'm again, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings like Steve did, but I've went back, all right, because I thought your argument that Mark, what you said to Steve, that you got to give him some credit because he played with some of the greatest quarterbacks, right? And I went back once Mark said that. I went back because again, every time when people make these Matt Ryan arguments, I go back and I look, right? So I think that's valid. If like Matt had a Hall of Fame year, not an elite year where he throws 40 touchdowns and then he gets eclipsed and didn't get an All-Pro nomination because Peyton Manning threw 45 that year, right? Something like that. But that just wasn't the case. I saw a lot of seasons in which Derek Carr, Blake Bortles, what's the guy in Cincinnati? Andy Dalton were putting up bigger numbers than him in certain seasons. There were like the 3 seasons, of course, that we know where his numbers were truly up there amongst the elite. That was 12, 16, 18, right? But for the most part, bro, like when we can't say that those greats were, overshadowing Matt or keeping him from being, successful when Peyton is throwing 55 touchdowns in a year and Matt threw 25 that year. Like the gap is just too wide to say the Hall of Famers, stunted him in this era. Like, or he would have been greater if Peyton wouldn't have been there. Peyton threw 55. And Matt threw like 20. Like it's not like, oh man, Matt would have been All-Pro that year if it weren't for Peyton. No, like 30 touchdowns behind him.
These some of the morons that come on my page you want to argue in Matt favor. Like that guy you was arguing with the about a month ago. He on my page, Jeremy. Oh my God, same crap all the time.
But I get where they want they're tired of Matt being disrespected. So I get the lens that they're coming from. I guess that's the assumption that they're just tired of him being disrespected.
I don't think he's disrespected. I just think we call it like we see it. And I guess if we don't put him up in the top echelon of QBs that ever played, they call that disrespect and hate.
Maybe unappreciated is a better word to use.
Yeah, there you go. And to Mark comment, to Mark comment, no, I know you didn't say that he was better than them, but I think your argument was that he would have been looked at or viewed at differently if it wasn't for the fact that he played with in the same era as Peyton Manning, Brady, Breeze, and Rodgers. And what I'm saying is that though you didn't say that he was better than them, but your argument was that he was overlooked because of them. And what I'm saying as a retort to that, Mark, is that if they took an All-Pro selection from him, like, Matt threw 40 touchdowns that year, but Rodgers threw 45 and took that All-Pro spot from him, then I would say, yeah, then that's valid. But what we saw was more often than not, they were consistently at the top statistically, like 40 touchdowns, 5,000 yards, whereas Matt just wasn't up there with him. So we can't necessarily say they stopped him from being more successful or that they overshadowed him because he didn't put up similar production as them consistently.
I said it. Because like if you really go back and look at Matt's career and all the records that he have and stuff, Matt will go in the Hall of Fame, but he will go in the Hall of Fame because his contribution as a commentator.
So for example, like when Steve Weiss, one thing Steve Weiss said that I thought was very telling. Mark said he will eventually get in, and Steve Weiss didn't agree with him. Steve Weiss said might. He said might.
Yeah,
He didn't say yes. I agree. He will eventually get in.
I've been saying it for 2 years. For 2 years, Matt will get in, but he need his contribution as a commentator to push him over the edge.
I don't think it gets easier after the first ballot. Like
no, but at the same time, like when you go out there and you sitting there doing live commentary and all that stuff,
I agree with that. I do agree with that.
On the top of your career, he has the numbers, and like let's be honest. Let's be.
I don't know if the numbers will be there though. And to Steve White's point, I don't think they look at that. I don't think they look at that like y'all think they do.
This wouldn't be a conversation at all.
Yeah.
But you're making my point though. But you're making my point.
Conversation.
But you're making my point. They look at the success more than they look at the numbers.
He has to redeem himself.
What Mark don't understand is we told him he's solid in the regular season, but he sucked in the postseason. That's the problem, Mark. He sucked in the postseason.
Being a commentator for the football game for a couple of years, and that's how he's gonna get in.
Hold
on. Julio's gonna lay the groundwork. He's gonna lay the groundwork because whenever Julio retires, Julio is either gonna be a first or second ballot Hall of Fame. Point blank
first.
He's gonna get around that.
He's gonna be first.
All right. So first, right? All right. So all his most meaningful yardage came from Matt Ryan. So Matt got to go around the road less traveled to get to the Hall of Fame. He'll get in there, but he has to do commentating to get on top of it, to get the stink of 28-3 up off his back.
So
has Julio officially retired?
Now let me get in here for a second. Let me get in here for a second.
Eli Manning, his numbers. Do you think that they're looking at his numbers in terms of consideration?
Eli is going to get in. There's no.
But here, that's not what I'm saying. What do you think they're looking at for the consideration?
Huh?
What are they using for his consideration? They looking at his numbers?
No, they ain't looking at his numbers. They're looking at his performance.
They're looking at his success. So
they're looking at his performance in the postseason because you beat the GOAT, quote unquote.
Against who?
That what I just said it. You beat the GOAT, quote unquote, twice.
But let me say something.
Go ahead. Brady lost what? 3.
Well, yeah. His family name too.
He lost 3 Super Bowls. 2 of those L's came from you.
Eli.
And you had miraculous plays in each one. Yeah. You're going to the Hall of Fame.
The point I'm making is that he has 2 rings.
Exactly.
Now, those 2 rings, they're not even looking at his numbers. Because honestly, his numbers, I mean, they're just cumulative. They're not great. Like he's never given you. He's never. What I'm saying, he's given you all pro years. That's not what he's done. Like he just played a long time, has a lot of numbers, but of those seasons, he never looked like Aaron Rodgers or Peyton Manning in any of those seasons. He just gave you cumulative numbers. But the reason he's getting in is because of those 2 rings. The point I'm making is that we're making an overemphasis on the numbers because they're not looking at his numbers. They're looking at the 2 rings. That's what the committee has looked at for the past forever is that what have they accomplished?
Killer, like all right, I get exactly what you're saying, and I agree with it to a point, but at the same time, there are plenty of Hall of Famers that don't have a ring. So then they go to the number.
No.
Hold on. Eli is going to get in because he had those 2 rings and his postseason performances. He's gonna get in. That's a lot. You can take that to the bank, go bet on it, go to Vegas, go bet on it. You're gonna hit. I promise you, he's going to get in. All right.
Hey, Wilson. Now hold up for just 1 second. I'm gonna throw a monkey wrench in the machinery. Phil Simms got 2 Super Bowl rings too.
So he was a bum.
And one of them he didn't play.
No, he wasn't a bum. He wasn't a bum.
Wait a minute now. He got two rings now, Wilson.
So
He got 2
was
rings.
Bum, but
He really got
one.
one.
He didn't play.
But Winston, here's where I'm disagreeing with
he
you.
was
You
just
said,
a little bit above average.
but you said what they look at after that is the numbers, and that's
No.
incorrect. They look at the accomplishments. How many times? How many All Pro selections have you got? How many times have you led the league in touchdowns? How many times have you led the league in passing? They look at the accomplishments.
So when every player, I kill it. Me and you are 2 entirely different men, right? Your life is not my life, right? So when if somebody said to try to measure our greatness, they would have to look at it through different lens. Because what you did is what you did, and what I did is what I did. All right. So if you got Super Bowl ring, you was quarterback, you was Super Bowl winner, you got 2 rings, but you won against the GOAT. Okay. But your numbers is salty. All right, cool. But I took and came in, stabilized the whole organization.
They don't care.
Yes, they do.
Why would they care about the stabilization of the Falcons?
All right, so
For real.
Especially when you can't put it all on his shoulders.
It's not about that. It's about what she did.
What do you mean it's not about? You just said it was about that. You just said he stabilized the franchise that nobody cares
It's about what you did on the field.
Which
you got ring. If you put up numbers, you put up numbers.
A lot of
I look at it. Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson is going to be a Hall of Famer. Why? Because he put up numbers. He
also MVP. He also made All NBA a bunch of times.
He has no rings, right? But he got an MVP, right?
But Allen was out. Let me say this, and I'll let you keep going. Allen was always known as one of the best players in the league during his prime years.
Right.
And he also has accomplishments to show it. Like he has a whole bunch of All-Star appearances, some All NBA selections.
He has a ring.
All right. Okay.
Are you saying that Matt Ryan is the Allen Iverson of the NFL?
No, sir. I was sitting there bringing it up because there are plenty of players that went in the Hall of Fame without a ring,
and they have
how many
selections. They have something that says I am top at my position.
What is Matt doing right now? Matt
Ryan has one All-Pro selection for his career.
Hold on. One. Is he not calling games right now? Have I not been sitting there saying for 2 years, Matt Ryan will get in because his contribution as a commentator.
Just for reference, Allen Iverson has 7 All NBA selections.
That's fine. That's great. Matt Ryan will be in the Hall of Fame.
Say what now, Tiny?
About 7 years.
Wasn't Phil Simms a commentator too?
Yes.
Right.
Phil Simms' numbers is nowhere near Matt Ryan numbers.
But didn't you just say about you have to look at context, right? Because my life and your life is different. Phil Simms played a whole different type of lifetime.
Didn't y'all just say that Phil Simms didn't play in the Super Bowl?
No, we said he had. We said he had one Super Bowl that he played in. That's what we said. Okay. When John said he had 2.
Well, they say he a 2-time Super Bowl winner. Now I only saw. Matter of fact, he was MVP in that Super Bowl against Denver. That 39-20.
But the other one,
the backup played in one of them.
Huh?
Yeah, that's the one. The
other hurt one of them. I think the backup quarterback played in one of those.
Oh, was that Hostetler?
Yeah, Hostetler.
Yeah,
that was
Hostetler. Okay,
Hostetler. After that.
But let me say this. Let me say this about that.
Go ahead.
Now, one thing about, and I've said this many times, and we start forgetting that when we start looking at qualifications for Hall of Fame induction. No one knows what these people at the Hall of Fame selection committee look at when they make their selection.
Well, they have a track record. That I would say that there's a track record of what you can see who's gotten in. Of the quarterbacks that's gotten in, you can see consistently they have rewarded postseason success. And you can also see that they have let quarterbacks in that
now
that
would you say
been,
that about Dan Marino?
Well, you didn't let me finish the last statement. You didn't let me finish the last statement.
Oh, okay. Well, you said postseason success.
And you didn't let me finish.
I'm sorry. You don't put dots behind and. You just go. Yeah, I'm sorry.
So what you have seen from the quarterbacks that have gotten in, they all have three things in common. They have postseason success. They have all pro selections, as in they have been named top 2 at their position multiple times. And the third thing you see is that they've led the league in some type of major passing category. So for Dan Marino, right? You want me to run off, even though he doesn't have the postseason success, I can read off the other things that went into consideration, right?
So
man
before you read them off,
6 all-pro selections, led the league in passing 5 times, led the league in touchdowns 3 times. 6 all-pro selection. That's 6 times he was named top 2 at the position of quarterback.
Okay, now let me ask you something about Matt Ryan, and this is gonna hurt.
Hey John. Real quick.
Mark,
hey Toddy.
What's up? What's up?
What's the website you go on for the Hall of Fame tracking?
I think if you Google NFL Hall of Fame monitor, it should pop up. NFL Hall of Fame monitor.
Hey John, you can go ahead.
Okay. What was I getting ready to say?
You about to hurt somebody's feelings?
Oh. Does the snub of the NFL Top 100 hurt Matt Ryan's Hall of Fame chances?
No. No, because that's something relatively new.
But it does give you a snapshot of how his peers look at him.
Right.
I'm not saying it doesn't, but I'm just saying when the sports writers sit down and they come to the table, they're not going to be
looking at it.
They're going to look at that.
But it does. If the players look at Matt like that, I don't think it's going to be much different than how the writers look at him.
See, the reason why I'm saying this, because like you say, Tyler, this is relatively new. And if you didn't have this, you weren't paying any attention. Okay. But the NFL Network invented this mess. Okay. From the player standpoint. Okay. How do you view who do you put in this top 100? All right. Now, the reason why I said something about it is because Julio was hurt. What year was he hurt?
2013.
And he got, and I think he got in, but Matt Ryan, who played the whole year, didn't. The reason why I'm mentioning this, the reason why I'm even bringing this up is because those players had a higher regard for Julio than they did Matt Ryan, as evidenced in the voting. Now, I'm thinking that has, even though it's not, nobody's going to ever admit it, but I'm thinking that has some influence on how people view Matt Ryan outside of Atlanta. Okay,
I agree with that, but I don't think it's going to have any bearing on the Hall of Fame. I think when that was originally introduced, I don't remember the year, but I think people paid it a lot more attention when it was fairly new. But now you almost forget about that now. They doing it now. People don't even talk about it no more. We haven't even talked about it on the show. Think about it until now. So
yeah, well, cause this year's hasn't been announced yet.
yeah, they doing it now.
Yeah, they just started it by like a week ago.
John.
They just started.
Yeah,
We got
they
3
already
players
named
on the
3
show.
Falcons.
Oh, see, I didn't know they had started it. Okay.
That's my point, John. That's my point.
I didn't know they had started it. Cause see,
Hold on.
I've been watching basketball and
Watch
everything.
this.
Okay,
Watch
all right.
this.
Well, they'll have it all listed out. Because see, the thing is, these people, cause they're going from 100 down. Have they made it out of the 90s yet?
Yeah, they probably in
Yeah,
they're in the 60s now.
John.
It's almost halfway through.
John.
All our
okay.
our
Hey,
players already
Hey,
chose.
Winston. Okay,
John.
Winston, what were you saying, Winston?
I need you to pull up the Hall of Fame monitor.
Because
Tracker.
they have Matt listed at 106, which is below the average of Hall of Fame quarterback. I've
All right,
already.
so, but who's right there below him? Ben Roethlisberger, right? With two.
I mean, we're speaking as if there's some type of official thing or something.
That's how they track it.
That's not how the Hall of Fame committee make their decisions
That's
at
how
all.
they track it.
That is not how the Hall of Fame committee make their decisions at all.
I'm gonna tell y'all something y'all should look at if you haven't seen it yet. But D. Orlando Ledbetter actually talked to actual Hall of Fame voters probably a day or 2 or 3 after Matt Ryan announced his retirement. He talked to people who would be voting in the Hall of Fame. He wrote an article about it. That's an article y'all should really read for some real insight from the people who are gonna be voting.
And Toddy, let me piggyback on that. So when I remember one night on a Friday on Waffle House, Mark came on and he got mad at me, and you said we're gonna have this debate. You said we're gonna table and we're gonna come back. So I went back and I found an interview of Hall of Fame voters. I'll find the website again, where they actually interviewed Hall of Fame voters and writers and asked them, is Matt Ryan a Hall of Famer? And the consensus for most of them, I think one of them said yes. The other 8 that was interviewed said no. And the reason they said no is that they said that in order to put Matt in, they would have to put in other quarterbacks like John Brody, Roman Gabriel. What's the other one? They named a whole bunch of them who are other quarterbacks who were like, when John Brody retired, he was top 3 in passing in the NFL history at the point in which he retired. Had 1 MVP, 1 All-Pro selection. People who had very similar resumes who did not get in. Of course, like Ken Anderson. Ken Anderson's career directly mirrors Matt Ryan. Went to a Super Bowl, lost to Joe Montana, 1 MVP, 1 All-Pro selection. Matter of fact, I think he has more All-Pro selections than Matt. Did not get in. And that's the trouble that those Hall of Fame voters had, was that they've already rejected quarterbacks who had better resumes. I will go back and refine that article. But they were already broached with that question. This wasn't after he retired, though. This was prior to
the one after he retired was pretty much the same sentiment, if I'm being honest. They was kind of like, I don't see it.
and that's why I said he has to. He's gonna get in, but it's the work as a commentator is gonna get him in. It's not all off of what he did on the field. It's off of that combined with what he do as a commentator.
Well, you see what Mark said.
I'll just say this: that can help, but typically, like your first time up, you get like a certain percentage amount of the votes, and that typically goes down every single year after that. And I think if the argument is his numbers, and I see the amount of quarterbacks that are within striking distance of his number on that passing list, and then we're talking about giving them an additional 18th game with so many quarterbacks already ahead of it. Like Rodgers is going to pass him this year, Stafford the next year. And then you have so many quarterbacks that are like right behind him within reach. I think by time the broadcasting helps him to get consideration. I don't see him being top 10 on the list.
No, he won't. That's what I said. Once again, his work as a commentator is going to help him get into the Hall of Fame. Look, there's a lot of quarterbacks that did the same thing.
Oh, now Steve didn't know everything. Just didn't agree with you, Mark. That's all it is.
Huh?
Talking about Mark.
Yeah, but I mean, like, at the end of the day, like, he's going to get in there. As long as he keep commentating the way he's commentating, he'll get in there. It may not be no time soon, but he'll get in there. Because what they're going to vote on is what he did on the field and what he did as a commentator. They could combine the two and they could push him in. That's
Now this.
And then on top of that, you got a first ballot Hall of Fame wide receiver that you play with.
So Mark, Mark. So here's the thing. I think the voters, they're not, they understand cumulative math. So for example, like Matt win percentage, because we're talking about he's top 10 in wins, his win percentage is like 51, 52%. So he's basically like 50-50 for his career in terms of wins. And we're measuring that against quarterbacks like Brady, who won damn near 80% of their games. Peyton Manning is like 76% of his games. Like Aaron Rodgers also like damn near 70% of his games. So I think that's what they're looking at. They're not going to look at cumulative stuff because that's so much affected by errors. So when people talk about yards, great, he has a lot of yards. However, he's also top 10 top 3 all time in pass attempts. So he's also thrown more passes than 99% of everyone who's ever participated in football. So if you throw a lot, you should expect a lot of stats. So that's not lost on those committees. So when we say like the cumulative stuff, I mean, they understand, like, they're not going to, just because Matt threw it 900 more times than quarterbacks that played in the 70s, they're not going to give him a leg up for that.
Not for the attempts.
That's a good point.
But what I'm saying is, so if you extrapolate, let's say the average quarterback in the 70s, if you gave him them extra 900 attempts, then where would their numbers look like? They just played in a different era. Give Dan Marino Matt Ryan attempts. Well, what are we talking about then? Because keep in mind, he was number 1 in the NFL, and he's still top 10 now. Now give him those amount of attempts.
Welcoming to the eye test. What in the world, Bo?
What in the world, Bo?
What in the world, Bo?
What's going on with y'all fellas tonight?
What's up, Lo?
What's going on, Ty? You doing all right?
Hey, I'm doing fantastic, brother. How you doing?
Man, we trying to make it over here, Bo. We failed to part the cloud, taking it slow like a cat eating a grub at home, Bo.
Yeah, heard that.
What y'all got going on tonight, man?
Well, we trying to put Matt Ryan in the Hall of Fame.
Well, not all of us now.
Oh Lord!
Again, we trying to put Matt Ryan in the Hall of Fame again. And matter of fact, we about to order some chicken wings from Magic City. You want in on
it? I can just bring them back for you.
No, there you go. See, there you go, Winston. There you go, right there. There you go, right there. What that you eat, Winston?
Chicken wing.
Where you get them from?
Chinese spot.
Oh Lord.
Well, we're gonna have to make a rule that if you don't have enough for everybody, nobody's gonna be eating no chicken wings on the boy. I tell you, I'm hungry too.
I don't know. Ubi's hit down there from off here.
Oh, Count your wing, count your chicken wing. Now. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Count your chicken wing. Huh?
Yeah, I kind of made sure they had enough.
Cause shoot, that 20 piece will turn into a 12 piece right quick. Get one of them hungry jokers. But
I'm doing Italian food tonight.
Yeah, Lo, we were talking about what Winston and Keely were talking about. Well, as well as tight end, I get in every now and then because see me, I don't have favorite players. I don't. Now I don't have favorite players.
What about that gentleman from Virginia, John?
He was good. The man was good, but he's not. In order for me to maintain, I can't have no favorite players. Because everybody is measured in context and era. Okay. Just like the quarterbacks that we're discussing. Okay. Phil Simms isn't in the Hall of Fame, but you got Sonny Jurgensen, you got various other people and the quarterback metrics and things of that sort were a little bit different then because, you didn't have the wide open passing offenses. You ran the ball back in the, headed back from the 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s, 40s. You ran the ball, especially the NFC.
John, can I add something though real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
So again, back to when I said the Hall of Fame does have a track record. He has 4 All-Pro selections, Sonny Jurgensen. He's led the league in passing 5 times, led the league in passing touchdowns twice. So again, metric, they have a clear history, postseason success. How many All-Pro selections, as in how many times are you recognized as top of your position? How many times have you led the league in a major statistic? And he got them.
And okay, now Kurt Warner. Now, the greatest show on turf for the time that, what was it? 1999. What was it?
2002.
It was 99. It was 99.
Huh?
99.
Okay, now, but. Okay, 1999.
I thought you were talking about longevity.
Okay, he played.
You're talking about when they went to the Super Bowl, right?
Now he did go to 2 Super Bowls and won one.
He got better accolades than Matt.
Yeah, he's a 2-time MVP.
Yep, 2-time
right. Yeah, league MVP, 99 and 2001.
Right. Okay.
Super Bowl.
And he took 2 separate teams to the Super Bowl.
Right.
And he's a Super Bowl MVP. On top of that, and then he led the league in passing twice. No, he led the league in passing touchdowns twice, of course, because he's the greatest show on turf.
How many All-Pros he got?
He got 2.
All this is more than Matt. Everybody keep bringing up folks that are better than Matt.
Unfortunately, yes.
Matt's not gonna get in clearly. Strictly off of his number, it's not going to happen. But
I don't think he can clearly get in with anything. Clearly,
but okay, now, all right. Now his commentating. Now,
that what Winston said on that.
What? Okay, well, I'm going to ask this question about that.
You can go in the Hall of Fame as a commentator.
Okay? So he'll go in the Hall of Fame as a commentator.
How many years he going to have to put in though?
Yeah,
he put in good 15, 20 years.
Right now, Michael had to put in at least about 6 years. At least about 6 years. No, I said like Matt not going in the Hall of Fame no time soon. But
okay, well we agree on that right there.
Yeah, he will get in the Hall of Fame.
But okay, well, what I'm asking, okay, let me ask this. So he will go in the Hall of Fame as a quarterback or as a commentator?
He'd be a quarterback / commentator.
Oh, I thought you said waterback. say my bad.
Quarterback.
I got
So
you.
Okay now.
I think the
Who do
minute
we
the
have?
league hit 18 games, the minute the league hit 18 games, the conversation about him being a Hall of Famer as a quarterback is going to be done, in my opinion. Because the only thing he's going to have is his numbers, and those numbers are going to evaporate. You already got 5 quarterbacks right now that's ahead of his pace, and then and that's not including Dak and Mahomes, who would need maybe like 8 years at that point. So if he's not going in within the next 8 years, Mahomes definitely gonna smoke this whole list. So,
but okay, now Keely, what about the eligibility? Okay, when Matt Ryan becomes eligible,
by the time he's eligible, he's not gonna be top. He's not. So again, Rodgers passes him this year, Stafford the next year, and the rest is going to depend on like Kirk Cousins' career, Russ' career. What's the boy in New Orleans right now? Because he's 32, so he still has a good 6-7 years to catch him. He only needs like 5.
He ain't gonna make it.
So it depends on if he has a starting job that long. But the other ones are already ahead of his pace. So I know for sure Stafford and Rodgers within 2 years are gonna eclipse him. So the question is he's gonna still be in the top 10 by the time he's up for a first ballot. And that's going to depend on Kirk and Carr and Russ.
But this is the question that I've got. Will that matter for his particular class?
I don't think it will.
I don't think he's going to be considered on the first because they got to figure out what they're going to do with Eli, and then they got to figure out what they're going to do with Phillip Rivers. And I don't think Phillip Rivers gets in on the first. And since he retired ahead of Matt, that probably pushes him back right there for that first consideration, because they got to figure out what they're going to do with Eli and Phillip Rivers because they retired ahead of him.
Yeah, Eli's going.
Eli get in, Phillip don't.
Yeah,
but I agree. Eli probably gets in, but does he get in first ballot though? That's
first ballot, bro.
Yeah, I do. I think
Tom Brady twice.
Yeah,
you going? You played what? How long you played? 15 years.
All because of his last name and those two.
And I think, and the reason I didn't bring up Big Ben because I do think Big Ben gets in on the first ballot. But I think the question mark is going to be, well, Big Ben has rings. Well, at least one.
Yeah, Big Ben. Yeah,
Ben got I almost forgot. Yeah, you're right.
But okay,
yeah, all right. So the only question is going to be Phillip Rivers, and I think Phillip Rivers probably delays him. So.
That's what like.
Well, like one thing that we got to keep in mind is that like one thing about the Hall of Fame is like it's crazy like how simple we are, like just men, like we're so simple, like because it's one of those cases where when it comes to like the Hall of Fame and who gets in and who doesn't, a lot of it has to do with like who you're connected to. Like so,
yeah, I agree.
So if you look at Julio Jones. It's kind of like I seen that interview the other day with Chris Carter, and they was like, "Do you ever think a wide receiver could be an MVP?" He was like, if I have the same quarterback, playing that whole season, because he's going to end up being the MVP." Like we all know Julio Jones is the first ballot Hall of Famer. I feel like Matt Ryan, he has a strong possibility to be too.
Well, I don't think he's I definitely don't believe he's first ballot, but I think if Matt. In terms of you making the point, there's other things that factor in. I do agree. And I think if he were playing for the Giants or if he played for Dallas or if he played for Green Bay or the Niners, then I think that would possibly help his – because I just think the national stage did not pay attention to certain – like the Falcons or the Jaguars or the Titans as much as they paid attention to the Cowboys or the Niners. So in terms of the intangibles – or his leadership and things like that, they didn't get to necessarily witness it firsthand because the national stage just didn't pay attention to us like they paid attention to those other franchises. So I do think if he played for another team, then maybe that would help him. But I think for the fact that he was a lifelong Falcon, I don't know if that helped him.
Hold on. Ray Allison, G. All right, so Matt stopped playing football in 2023. He didn't retire till 2024, so he got to sit for 5 years before he's eligible for the.
Yeah, he sat a year to make sure he can get that last year of his contract.
Because he got $12 million for just sitting on the sideline commentating from the coach. So he's not eligible until 2029.
Yeah, coach.
I'll be
came
willing
and
to bet
said
he
it.
does not go in on the first ballot. I'll be willing
No,
to bet any amount of money.
I think I might take you up on that one, bro.
Okay, let's make it right here in front of witnesses, in front of everybody.
Yeah, I think
Let's
I might
take this
take you
bet.
up on that one.
No, let's not make it a mic. I promise you, he's not get this. I will happily take the free money.
Yeah, I'm put $100 up on that one.
Okay,
I'm hoping that I'm here
Wait a
to
minute.
cash in on it.
Big country, you bet 100 that Matt get in first ballot.
Yes, sir.
Oh, let me get some of that, baby.
Oh, you want that too?
Give me a 50. I got 50 on it.
Okay. All right, John. You write this down.
So
now.
hold on. Before you make this bet, I should let you know that we've already talked. So I've gotten opinions from Hall of Fame voters that will be voting on Matt. And Tidy also has read articles where Hall of Fame voters have been asked specifically about Matt Ryan. So I'm just giving you a heads up. I've already read those opinions of the voters who will be voting on Matt.
Oh yeah, I mean that's cool. I'm still taking.
Okay, I just want to be clear.
Yeah, I'm still taking that one.
All right. 100%.
I mean, so that means I got odds there, right? 2-1.
You can have whatever odds you like.
Okay. All right. So if I win, I get 200.
You can have
put me down
500.
for 50.
I don't
Big
care.
low.
All right. Okay. So if I win, I get 200.
Red down for 50.
Yeah. Once I read the opinions of those voters, I am never more certain of anything in my life after I read their opinions.
Now, Winston, do you think that he can talk his way? You think he can talk his way into first ballot?
Yeah.
He gonna try.
Cause we even though he left on the Falcons and did what he did in Indy, we kept an eye on him. Everybody kept an eye on him. And while he was sitting the commentator, can you sit there and say that he was a bad commentator?
No, he's a great commentator.
He's highly knowledgeable. He said that broke down plays like Romo. The only difference between him and Romo, well, Romo was sitting there calling out the play before the play happened. That's the only difference.
There's not much difference between him and Romo.
But at the same time, when you look at it, when you say that there's not much difference between him and Romo never went to a Super Bowl. Matt did.
He went to a Super Bowl and lost. Ken Anderson went to a Super Bowl and lost, and Ken Anderson is waiting at home for a call.
And where have you seen Ken Anderson on a TV? Matt Ryan is highly markable. He's markable.
I don't know if I call him marketable, but I will say he's articulate.
Yeah, because like the biggest sponsorship he had, what was it, Tide? Like I remember, and that was like right after the Super Bowl season, right?
With the cold watch thing.
Yeah, but I mean, other than that, it's like I know he had like Banana Republic, but I mean that. But I haven't really seen Matt Ryan on too many like national commercials.
When have you seen Tony Romo outside of what was it? What was it? The beer company? For I think it was like not Heineken. What's the other one?
Man, you mean to tell me Romo got 4 Pro Bowls just like Matt?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So with that being said, Matt is in position to get himself in the Hall of Fame. He's in position to get himself in the Hall of Fame. He has numbers. All right, we'll put it to the side.
Which won't be there, but continue.
True. He has numbers though. Let's push that to the side. And right now, he's being marketed as a top analyst. Well, he's about, I ain't gonna say top right now, but he's going to get pushed towards a top echelon analyst of
What,
football.
what quarterback had got in the Hall of Fame off their numbers?
Huh?
I know Dan's in there, right?
Yeah, but we're talking about a 6-time All-Pro guy who's led the league in multiple seasons.
But those are numbers.
No, those are accomplishments. I didn't say he has.
You said he led the league in what?
All right. So an All-Pro selection, he has 6 of them, right?
How did he get that?
That's not a number.
But how did he get that?
But that's a different argument.
But what I'm saying is that he got the All-Pro selection because of his numbers.
All right, again,
Come on.
I said who got in there who got in because of their numbers, right?
Dan Marino.
Dan Marino.
No. All right.
So
let me see if I can explain this better. Okay. Let me see if
Okay.
maybe I'm just a poor teacher at it or describer, whatever. All right. Who got in because they said, whoa, these numbers are too great?
Dan Marino.
Dan Marino.
No, that's not why he's in.
Why is Dan Marino? It showed that because of his Super Bowl.
This is legit.
I'm gonna explain. I'm gonna explain. Here's why
Because he
he's
was
in.
putting up crazy numbers in a league that hadn't transitioned from a run based to a pass based league, and he was putting up crazy numbers.
He's in
That's
because
why
he's a
Dan
6-time
Marino's
All-Pro. That's why.
Because of his
He's in
numbers.
because
His numbers. How he became an All-Pro because of his numbers.
six
So
or
then
hold
you
on
go back
for
and look
6
at-
NFL seasons, he was top 2 at his position. That's
At
what
what?
All-Pro means.
because he
And
Because of
playing
his numbers,
quarterback.
bro.
No, because of playing quarterback. Because of
He
playing
was-
quarterback.
hold
How
on,
many
hold on.
seasons was Matt Ryan top 2 at his position?
Keely, watch this. Dan Marino was passing the ball at a extreme and accurate rate.
The reason you can't
And
say
they
numbers for
had-
that is because
and they
all of
run
them
that
get
elite.
All-Pro selections because of their
There was
numbers in the
something
individual
that they have
season.
not seen before.
Rich Gannon has one All-Pro. How did he get that one All-Pro? Because
of his numbers.
of his numbers. However, does that make him a Hall of Fame quarterback? No. Exactly.
Because he didn't do it.
Because
He
he
didn't do it
wasn't a top-
consistently like Dan
Exactly.
Marino did.
He didn't do
Exactly.
it
Yeah, you do it consistently, the big low.
That's the
He
point.
didn't do it consistently like Matt Ryan did.
But Matt did enough to be top 10 in like so
No,
many statistical
It's
categories.
like Lenny Wilkins being a great quarterback. A great coach. No, he just
Go look
coached
at the
for
numbers.
20 million years.
Player.
You
Matt
can
Ryan
literally
was
be an
wide
average
receiver,
player and just play a lifetime.
42 yards and about 25 touchdowns. It was a lot. You can pencil that in. This is going to happen.
All right.
You tell me
again,
hold on.
I've already.
Tell me that I'm wrong.
What did you just say? So I can tell you you're wrong. What did you just say?
Matt Ryan was a lot to give you 4,200 yards and about 25 touchdowns.
And 25 touchdowns, and we're talking about in seasons in which quarterbacks were walking away with 55.
I said,
and
tell me
40
that I was
and 33.
wrong. Hold on. I said, tell me that I was wrong. Did you not know that you were going to get that from every year? As long as he don't get hurt, you know for a fact that you will get that every year.
The mistake here is as if 25 touchdowns is impressive or 4,000.
It's not about
like
that.
Borders don't put up 4,000.
Consistency is about being able to maintain a level. Like everybody
Okay,
said.
all right. So consistently average or
he was
consistently great?
He was a consistent playoff choker. That
Was he consistently great or consistently average? You're not answering my question.
Hold on.
Was he consistently great or consistently average? Because consistency is not an accomplishment.
All those numbers in his rookie year, right? What did everybody say after the season? Then? Let's see if he can do it again next year.
Who said that? You did. You did. I did.
Everybody.
No, not everybody, because I did it. Here's what I'm saying: consistent is not an accomplishment. Because you could be consistently average or you can be consistently terrible.
Consistency is a compliment.
It's not because you can be consistent. Look,
Consistency
you can be
is a huge
consistent.
accomplishment.
No, it's not.
Consistency.
You can-
If
You go out there and play
above
football
average,
for
it's
15
an
years.
accomplishment.
Consistency
They
is a
got,
huge
well, they got to
accomplishment.
put
Hold on,
this man
because
in that
y'all
hall for real, man. They really trying
y'all
to put
are
him in there.
wrong, and I'm telling you
wait,
why y'all
hold
wrong.
on.
Because somebody can be consistent F
why-
student. That is not an accomplishment.
Why do you sit there and think that Julio Jones will be a first ballot Hall of Famer?
We've already covered this. Randy
No.
Moss. What Hall of Fame quarterback
Because he
is
was
Randy Moss
consistent.
taking with him?
He was consistent. There was
He played with-
consistency.
I would say with Julio, he was for more times than not in his prime considered one of the best 3 wide receivers in the NFL. Even when
But
he
it
was
was
hurt.
consistent.
Even when he was hurt.
But
That's
it was
why he made
consistent, right?
All-Pro.
I wouldn't lean on consistent. I would lean more on great at his position.
Consistent just means you can repeat what you've done. That doesn't mean you're repeating something great. You can be a repetitive failure. You can be a repetitive failure or repetitive average. Consistent does not mean you're doing something great. If you get an F every single year of your career that you went to school, tell me, are you going to graduate? You're not. You are a consistent F student.
But the thing is that if you get F,
so
consistent
is not greatness.
But Keely, no, it is not. All right. But usually when people say, and this is I guess this is a failing of us with the English language. Okay. When a person says that a person is consistent, it's usually a good thing. Now they don't, it's very rare, even though correct, that a person, just like you said, could be a consistent F student. All right. They don't use the word consistent. They say, man, you've been failing every doggone year you've been in here. They don't say anything about consistency or and its cousin consistently inconsistent. Okay, that's another conversation for another day.
To my point, consistent really isn't.
It's stability.
It
denotes stability.
But it doesn't determine greatness because you could be
well, it depends. Well, you have to. By itself, no. But what you do is when you
consistent. Jesse Tuggle was consistent, but was he a Hall of Fame consistent?
Oh, okay. No. But this is the thing. But see, this is the modifier. This is the modifier.
Okay, so
when you say
a consistently average quarterback to meet your standards, because I can name a bunch of consistently average quarterbacks.
Let me ask you this.
But and you can name a bunch of consistently great quarterbacks too.
Yes, and Matt is not a consistently great quarterback. He has 3.
Oh no! I have to agree with you on that. But what I'm saying,
seasons out of 15
during Matt Ryan's tenure, there are 3. We'll just break up
2012, 2016, 2018. Those are his 3 elite seasons.
3 different categories: elite, average, above average, and lower tier. Right.
And in the conversation of Hall of Fame, what do we need from him? Great, above average, or what are we looking for?
I'm asking you a question first.
Okay.
So you got 3 tiers: elite, above average, bottom tier. Where did Matt Ryan rank in your mind about his performance over his career?
He's had 3 elite years, 3 years in which he was at the top of the passing list for that season, along with the other quarterbacks that are considered great. That would be the Peyton Mannings, the Aaron Rodgers, the Drew Breeses, and Tom Brady. There were 3 seasons in which his numbers mirrored theirs for that season.
Keely, that's deviating off of what I had.
No.
Because I said 3 tier. Which tier did he fall in?
I said
overall.
3 years.
He talking about overall, Keely. Talking about overall.
All right. So how about this? Y'all be more descriptive and finite then. So
I was completely.
You didn't say overall. You didn't say overall.
I said there are 3 tiers. What do you rank him in for his career? That
Yeah, well, that was
that's pinpoint accurate.
I would say
he already told you. He already told you average. He said that about 20 minutes.
I would say he would be considered slightly above average if you take in consideration his entire career and not just 3 years. I would say he was above average.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
And I think the Pro Bowl selections and the All-Pro selections would mirror that. It would say that he wasn't elite because he's not walking away with 4 MVPs and 5 MVPs like the other guys.
Okay. Now let me ask this. Pro Bowl selection. Who votes for Pro Bowl selection?
And that's why I don't even, because what 2 of those where he came in as an alternate.
Not well
because somebody else couldn't go.
Well, okay, let me get this straight.
Mark, Rich Gannon has an MVP. There are plenty of MVPs that are not in the Hall of Fame.
Wait a minute. You answering the comments.
Ken Anderson is an MVP. He's not in. Boomer Esiason is an MVP. He's not
John. I'll take care of Mark. Keelan, go ahead.
Well, wait a minute. Now, see, this is what I need to find out. And it might go back to what it was that I was saying about that top 100 selection. Who votes for the Pro Bowl? Who votes for Pro Bowl selection?
The coaches, the players, and the fans. 33% each way.
Okay, the coaches, the players, and the fans. All right. Now, see, this is where I'm going to overlap into that top 100 question that I asked earlier, Tidy. You count those Pro Bowl selections that the fans, coaches, and players voted that person in on. You count those Pro Bowl selections when you start counting or listing accolades for the player. So this now is an avenue where those top 100 selections comes into play, because those same players that vote him or vote players for the top 100, those players also vote people in and out of the Pro Bowl along with the fans. That's why the Pro Bowl and various accolades, voted accolades, I don't pay a lot of attention to, because they're all subjective. And I remember we had a conversation on a Waffle House one time about Pro Bowl selections. You never know what those people are arguing about. You never know what those people have listed as criteria. You never know what those people have settled on when they vote a person into the Pro Bowl, vote a person into the Hall of Fame. The conversation that we're having right now about whether a person is eligible or whether their stats qualify them to be in, there are a lot of players who had similar stats that are not in the Pro Bowl. We will never know why they're not. We will sit up here and say, man, shoot, if such and such is in the Pro Bowl, then Rudy Poot should be in the Pro Bowl, because they got the same numbers. Their careers mirror everything.
John, can I say one thing?
But we don't know. Go ahead, Keely. Go ahead.
So, and I think people have to understand, don't get caught up on this snapshot of time, because there are quarterbacks when they retired were top 10. And then they got past just every single time. I think people look at it today like, oh, he's top 10 today. He's top 10 today. Well, guess what? In the 90s and in the 80s, they were top 10 today. They were top 10 today. And they're no longer top 10 today. People look at these lists like they're static when they change all the time. There was a 12-game schedule. Then there was a 14-game schedule. Then there was a 16-game schedule. And we're going to go to 18. The way you look at that list today, in 5-10 years from now, it probably won't even take 10 years. It ain't gonna look the way it looks now. These young boys are about to just kill this list.
But this is the problem with that.
So when people talk about, oh, he's top 10, he's top 10, Ken Anderson, when he retired, was top 10. Boomer Esiason, when he retired, was top 10. John Brody, when he retired, he was third in all-time NFL history.
It's not about what they about to do in the future. It's about what you did right here and then back into the past and how you measure up.
But did you hear what I'm saying?
I hear exactly.
But I'm not talking about the future. I'm talking about the past. And there are people in the past who were in 1980 who were saying the exact same thing y'all are saying. You can't be listening if you're talking. There are people in 1980 who are saying the exact same thing. He's top 10. History, you're repeating history. There are people in 1980 and 1990 who said the exact same thing.
But
top 10.
But you understand that football has evolved since then, and football is actually taking a step in more of the running direction the last 2 or 3 years. You understand that, right?
I also understand that quarterbacks in the era in which Matt played threw the ball significantly more than those in the past.
Exactly.
They're not going to be giving. They're not grading them on a curve for that. They're not, because you throw the ball 900 more times in your career than Joe Montana did. That does not make you a better quarterback. When you're top 3 in pass attempts, this guy has thrown the ball more than 99.9% of everybody who's ever played in the NFL.
But that doesn't make any sense. Like that's not supporting your initial point. Common sense. Because let me talk now, because you were just talking. Because you were just saying, wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute.
I was even finished talking.
So it's one of those situations where it's like you're saying, so 5 years from now, Matt Ryan's not going to be in the top 10 statistically. It's like you're just saying that at that point in time, quarterbacks threw more than they ever threw before. And I mean, we just acknowledged the fact that quarterbacks and teams are running a little bit more than they used to back in the day.
No, you acknowledge that. I don't think it's significant. Look, where was the hold on? No. Let's do this. Let's actually check how credible that is. Let's look at who led the league in pass attempts, and we can literally look at this to see if there's some type of drop off. Like you could just say it, but we can actually look at the number to see if that's actually valid.
But let me interject something in here. Now, say for instance, I'm a sports writer, and I just got Hall of Fame credentials.
All right.
I'm a sports writer. I just got Hall of Fame credentials. Harris, and they invite me in the room. Hey,
bro, over 700 pass attempts, 2 out of the last 3 years. Come on. All right, they're running more. Okay.
Yeah. Well, see, let me say this. Let me say this now. These Hall of Fame voters, they have their favorites even before the man retires as to who they're going to put in and who is not going in. Some of them already, no matter how many yards they threw for, no matter how many Pro Bowls they went to. I mean, T.O. is a perfect example. T.O. should have been in the Hall of Fame years prior to when he got in. Okay? Yeah, because he had the numbers. But the problem was that they did not like him.
They don't dislike Matt, so that won't be an issue for him.
Now, well, some people do. We don't know. We don't know. Now he hasn't
given them a reason to dislike him.
That's
for Phil. Do you know there are some people that still hate Matt Ryan? Writers hate Matt Ryan for not beating Tom Brady when he had a chance.
Well, here's what I would say: just because people don't hate him, that don't mean the alternative is true. Winston, just because people don't hate him, that don't mean people automatically love him.
Like, hey, look, I'm keeping it all the way a band. I don't see Matt Ryan going in the Hall of Fame before 2030. I'm gonna be honest with you. If he does, then I'm happy for him. Personally, I don't see him going in the Hall of Fame before 2030. I just
see it like I keep telling y'all. This thing is subjective. Totally.
Y'all can just send me a gift card for the PGA store. I like, I need a new driver, come 2020.
Yeah. This thing is totally
it won't be
subjective.
for my money because you're gonna be $100 short.
Y'all just send me that gift card. I'll take our Bass Pro Shop. I do need more shotgun.
Oh, you low. You gonna get a fishing pole.
Hello.
You gonna get a fishing pole.
Red,
hey, Red, you can just send me an Amazon gift card, Red. I just
Red, what you gonna do with your $100, Red?
Probably go buy me another Kobe jersey.
And see that's the thing. You guys are betting on subjectivity. I can't.
No, again, the Hall of Fame has a track record. They have been selecting players for many, many, many years. And the quarterbacks that have gotten in, they all have some things in common. And I just covered them. And unfortunately, Matt doesn't have a couple of those things.
Hey, Keeler.
Will you get up out of bed? Can't even hear you laying in bed.
No, I'm not in bed. I'm on the couch, bro.
Hey, Winston, you got to get up in the morning.
Man, I already got to get up in the morning.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
You have sleep now.
Quick question.
Sleeping bag?
Huh? What you say, right?
So you got your sleeping bag ready?
Sleeping bag? No, I'm going to go get in bed. There's next door. But how? All right, officially, how long has Phillip Rivers been retired? It's been 2 years.
What was it? 2022, I think. 2021, 2022.
He retired 1 year before Matt. I think he retired 1 year before Matt.
I don't think it was 1 year.
I think it was like 22. I think it's been 2 years.
Matter of fact, my Phillip Rivers, he was the Colts quarterback before Matt.
2020 with his last season with the Colts. 2020.
Officially 2021.
He officially retired in 2020.
2021.
2021. All right.
Paperwork file.
So in 2026, he's eligible for the Hall. Matt just retired this year. All right. What happened with Phillip Rivers is gonna give you the temperature of the room. But you have to look still. Matt is a commentator now. He's still making contributions to the NFL. That's what people don't get. As long as you're making
I just think you
to the NFL that's taxed on along with your career. It does not matter what your career was. If your contribution is great and as a commentator, you can get in off of that. John Madden got in as a head coach and a commentator.
I just think that the thing is, I think
he got in as a head coach.
He got in as a head coach and a commentator.
I think what you're saying is correct. That is feasible, but I don't think commentating for 5 years is going to give him a Hall of Fame commentating career. I think that's something that's going to take 15 to 20.
No, I'm not sitting there saying that he's going to get in.
And I think you might be overvaluing the impact of commentating.
When I'm saying that his commentating career up to a certain point is going to help boost his NFL stat and stuff to get him in.
Now, wait a minute. Let me ask this question: Who has gotten into the Hall of Fame just by being a commentator alone?
Well, they have a sports broadcasting Hall of Fame.
Yeah. I know that. Yeah. But I'm talking about the NFL Hall of Fame. I don't think anyone has ever gotten into the NFL Hall of Fame as a commentator, period, without playing.
Summerall, I know he went in as a punter, right?
Yeah, he went in as a punter.
I think that NFL film guy, Steve Sable, went in.
Did he? Now, you might be right, Fred.
He wasn't really a commentator, though. He was more like a voiceover guy. Maybe.
Okay.
I mean, you could try to make them similar now, Big Love.
You're right. You're right.
What
You're
in
right.
the world did I do?
He ain't play no ball. I know that.
The thing about it,
No, he didn't.
they didn't put him in until after he passed away, though. So that was kind of like a
tribute.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point, Ty.
Then they waited almost rest in peace to him. They waited almost 10 years to do that.
Yeah, we don't want Matt dying, Winston, and I don't think he's gonna come out with a video game.
All right, so Merrill Reese.
Hey, that man,
Hall of Fame.
Who?
Merrill Reese was strictly a commentator.
Cause see, Steve Sable won 40 Emmys
for the Eagles since the 7-7.
That's a lot. That's a lot of image right there.
So hey,
like all you need is a little bit
Boy,
more.
that's more than Mary Tyler Moore.
It's like a funnel cake. Matt Ryan's career is a funnel cake.
Boy, what are you talking about? Six Flags now?
The
Winston
commentating,
got sleepy, y'all.
the commentating is the powdered sugar on top of it. I'm just saying. That's how you can get in the hall. I'm telling you, that's exactly how you gonna get in the Hall of Fame.
Well, like the Hall of Fame voters said when it came to Matt Ryan, the unfortunate thing is that there are quarterbacks with better resumes who didn't get in, and that's the big crux of their decision when it comes to Matt Ryan, is that there are quarterbacks who have better resumes that didn't get in, and that's ultimately the conversation that was echoed from the Hall of Fame voters. So
which quarterback with better resumes didn't get in?
Well, Ken Anderson and one of them, John Brody, Roman Gabriel.
Was some of the ones that were listed.
I'm giving you the specific names that the Hall of Fame voters said had better resumes.
You seen that comment, but you didn't see the next comment.
These are not the names I'm giving you. These are the names that the Hall of Fame voters.
How you know he was talking about your comment?
Definitely talking about my comment. Young man.
They said John Brody, when he retired, he was top 3 all time on the list. They had Roman Gabriel, if I can remember all of them. They had Ken Anderson. Who else did they have on there? It was like 4 or 5 quarterbacks that they named. They said that, unfortunately, that would be the crux of the issue on making a decision on Matt, is that they have so many quarterbacks who have similar or better resumes that they've left out. But I would enjoy your $100 would probably be worth $75 in whatever 5 years from now.
Yeah, man.
And on that unfinished note, because see, I believe we could go to 11 o'clock tomorrow with this one.
Man, this debate gonna live on for a while. So we might
it's time.
Bring Steve Weiss back on, because he need to clear the room again, man. He need to shut Mark up again. Bring Steve Weiss back on.
Hey, Keely, Mark ain't gonna interview him for a while now. Because
he'll never get interviewed again.
It's time. You cooking on Friday?
We need to. Hey, Keely, we need to interview him ourselves. Make Mark watch.
What'd you say, Winston?
Saturday, you cooking on Friday?
Yeah, I'm playing on it.
Sure. Hey, let's pick this back up, if you don't mind.
Mark saying Steve on his
find a way to throw it into the debate anyway. Especially as long as Tidy gonna be on.
See, now look, you already know the red already on all bullshit. He got a fresh cut. So he took the hat off and the glasses off. You already know he on bullshit. But come by the weekend, when the hair done grown back in.
look at Mark. I told you, look, Mark already banned Steve White. How you gonna ban Steve White? What you gonna do next? Ban Adam Schefter? Any NFL pundit that don't agree with you, Mark.
Get him gone.
All right, well, gentlemen,
he blocked
this
him.
Is going. This gonna conclude us tonight, because y'all got my eyes crossed in one socket now, because it's 1:30,
Hey, look,
And we've been rolling. And we've been rolling. We've been rolling.
Can't get it through your thick skull. I'm taking you back to therapy, Mark.
All right. Hey, let me go down here with Big Low. Big Low, what you into? Where can we find you, sir? Or is he still there? Low. He might be asleep.
Just have my money, Low. Have my money. Keely gonna be knocking on your door in about 3 or 4 years.
Hey, Red. What you got cooking? Where can we find you at, bro?
Where y'all gonna find me at? Of course, on my Facebook page, Monday through Sunday. I'll probably be cooking with Tidy this Friday. I'll probably be chilling with my boys on Saturday morning. Fred and Rev show, 11 a.m. I want to thank Winston and John for having me on. Yeah, I'm sure we'll pick this bait up again real soon. Can't wait, fellas. Can't wait.
You got lucky. We tried to hit the decline button and we hit the wrong one. It's all right. It's tired. What's that about?
Well, planning on coming back on Friday. You know, probably can pick this conversation back up and also talk about training camp. So we'll try to do the Wild Pass on Friday at 11 p.m. Thank you guys for having me.
Thanks for coming.
Hey, fellas, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now, Lo.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
damn.
I don't know what's going on. Hey, man, my name's Big Low Country Sports. Make sure that y'all come check us out at Big Low Country. We're on Twitter and Instagram. Tidy, I ain't gonna be able to jump on with you this weekend because this weekend on Saturday, our cousin is gonna be making his decision on where he's going to college at. So we're gonna have that whole commitment thing going on. But
You want to give us a hint? Little sneak
man, if I could, I would, bro. If I could, all I can say is the top 3 are Tennessee, Georgia, and Florida. That's all I can say.
Go down.
We already know where he's going, Big Low. If we in the top 3,
what time is the decision being made?
Kirby got that one.
I think we're gonna do it like around 2:00 on Saturday.
No Oregon Ducks, Winston. No Ducks allowed.
Oregon. Big Duck. We're unlimited NIL. Yeah. Unlimited.
All right, Keely. What you doing this weekend or this week? Where can we find you, sir?
You can find me on the eye test. I am currently looking up players that retired last year so I can see who else is going to block Matt from being in that Hall of Fame class.
Hey, man, I love it. I love it.
Oh, goodness. But, hey, when it gets deep, it's deep. Hey, Tidy, now you can't call me the number 1 Matt hater.
Yes, I can, gentlemen.
The man just took the throne from me, man.
I never heard Keely on the radio that one time.
Ooh, JJ Watt retired too? Oh my God.
Yeah.
See that? Now, Tidy, now I ain't got this deep. It ain't get this deep.
JJ Brady, all them boys going at the same
time.
No
No way they're gonna put Matt in with those two great players. No way. That's gonna stink up the play.
And Brady are going in at the same time the year before Matt.
Hold on, Bacchiardi went out too.
Oh, talk Bacchiardi?
Yeah, he retired too.
Hey, real quick before we go, John.
Yeah,
because I know we said in order to get to the hall, a lot of times you got to be associated with somebody. Who's gonna argue for Matt Ryan when that time comes?
Red?
No, serious. I mean, I'm being serious.
Julio Mitro.
You know Julio ain't finna do that.
Nah, Julio. To be honest, like even though like there's been rumors that there was a rift between Julio and Matt before the 2016 season.
Justin,
there has been rumors of that.
Fletcher Cox.
I definitely think that Julio will go to bat for Matt.
You know what though? Somebody said Dimitrov. It might be him for real.
Is the Mintroff a voter?
No.
Oh, it got to be one of the voters?
Y'all missing the hint.
You talking about voter wise?
Yeah.
Orlando Ledbetter.
There you go, Keely.
Hey,
look. There you go, Keely.
When all else fails, you lean on Rich McKay. That's why you got
I don't know. I might fight him, man, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to vote him, man.
When it all fails, you lean on Rich McKay. That's why you got
Orlando.
Keely gave the correct answer.
Oh, okay.
All the players all the people y'all saying ain't gonna be voting. It don't matter what they think.
The Orlando got a vote.
Yeah, got a vote.
Yeah, he a Hall of Fame voter.
That probably was gonna be then. I can't think of it. Yeah, that's probably was gonna be.
Doggone show won't be
on Matt's side. Is he on Matt's side, type?
Oh, Jimmy Graham in his class.
I'll say that for Friday.
Come on, man.
Oh Lord.
Fletcher
y'all. Hey, that's something that you guys can argue about Friday. Man,
no.
But ladies and gentlemen, everyone in the chat, we really appreciate you guys coming through. Tidy, Big Low, Ray Ellison, Mark,
AJ Green.
Who else?
Never get to the house. Stop it.
He gonna be sitting out with his boy Matt.
Somebody else here, I doggone miss their name here.
AJ would never see the house unless he take a
MW. Let me see who else. Cool C. All of y'all, Ray Ellison, everybody, all the content creators.
Tonio that dipped in and dipped out.
Yeah, Tonio that never came in.
AB is in that class too with JJ.
All right, now the show grades for the day. Let me see. Red, you get a Atlanta Public Schools A. Tidy, you get a Bibb County Schools A. Keely, you get Atlanta Public Schools A. And hey, Low, what school system you was in, Low?
Man, I was at the
Atlanta Public Schools.
Nah, I ain't going to Atlanta Public Schools. I was just in the old Crescent Boys School.
I know where you were.
I was down though.
Well, we grading on the curve. So, like I said, I'll take the F this week. But guys, really appreciate you all coming through and making this show as good as it is. To my partner Winston, the Red, the Big Low, the Tidy, to Keely. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. And we are gone.
Peace, folks.
Thank y'all for coming through.